Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, where we talk all things Manchester United. I don't know why the color scheme is different. I'm going to change that in a second. But we're here, last day of the transfer window, and Lammens' deal to Manchester United agreed. So the deal has been agreed. I just think we're waiting for confirmation on there. Here we go. Manchester United were linked to Emi Martinez and Lammens just yesterday, but it seems that Lammens is the one Manchester United have chosen. Don't know why, but I'm sure we will find out whether it's today, tomorrow, or in the next few days. Will Manchester United make any more movements in regards to incoming? Still no midfielder this window either. And in regards to outgoings, you've got Anthony, you've got Sancho, you've got Malacia. I think that's it, apart from the bomb squad as well. Everybody else has indeed left. But before I continue, make sure, people, you run up the likes. Hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials. At Yes It's Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. That's at Sarcasm City TV. At Yes It's Flawless on Twitter/X. Also on Instagram as well. So retweet, like, share across all the socials. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel. So people, subscribe. But yes, make sure you keep all your comments, questions, Manchester United related as well. Shout out to Warrior J's been kind enough to drop some of the news in the chat. Says Manchester United agreed €21 million plus add-ons deal with Royal Antwerp for SENNE Lammens. Here we go. Agreement in place for Belgian goalkeeper to join Manchester United immediately. Deal set to be sealed after medical. Deal also included add-ons, as David Ornstein reported as well. I don't know too much about it. I have to tell a lie. I don't know anything about him. I know nothing about SENNE Lammens, so I can't tell you whether I think it's a good signing, whether I think it's a bad signing, because I've not watched him. I don't watch Antwerp. I don't watch the Belgian Pro League. They haven't been in Europe, so I know nothing about this goalkeeper whatsoever. I'm just pleased we have indeed signed a goalkeeper. I don't know why it took us the whole window. That's what I'm upset about. I would have preferred somebody more established. I definitely would have preferred Emi Martinez. 110% I would have preferred Emi Martinez, because he fits the profile of what I've been talking about in the Premier League. Don't have to worry about him adapting to the Premier League. Don't have to worry about him adapting to a new country and a new lifestyle. Emi Martinez has been there for years, and I think he fits the bill. Competent Premier League goalkeeper. It's exactly what Manchester United required, and I think we missed the trick. I think we should have got Emi Martinez earlier, to be honest. Definitely think we should have got Emi Martinez earlier, but we decided against it. I can't say I think it's a mistake, because maybe Lammens is a fantastic goalkeeper, and at the age he's at, maybe he's there for the next 10 to 15 years. I'm not sure. But to me, buying from outside the Premier League when we're in the predicament we're in, I don't like. I don't like potential and ceiling. That should be in addition to player being of a certain skill set now. And the fact that we was left at this late, number one, is alarm bells. And two, the fact that we didn't want to pay more money as well. I'm at a loss, because we didn't want to pay. I believe it was 25 million. It was, but we ended up getting him for 21 million. I think that's euro. So you're saying a 4 million difference. So if you believed in this goalkeeper, one, you would have got him in earlier, and two, you would have just paid the money straight up, because it's not like it's 82 million or it's 92 million. Talking 21 million. So we'll see. But in regards to, I see you lot in the chat. A couple people in the chat talking about it as well. I see King in the chat, Zorro in the chat, Nephew in the chat, Warrior J in the chat as well. And today saying, where did the Belieber money go to? We didn't spend it. We didn't spend it. We didn't spend it. And the fact that we haven't got a midfielder, and we probably won't get a midfielder, is an absolute travesty. Everyone knew what Manchester United needed. I said it all summer long that we had to improve our entire spine outside of the centre-backs. Remove the centre-backs from the equation. We needed a goalkeeper. We needed 2 midfielders. We needed 2 10s, and we needed a striker. We needed minimum 6 players. Minimum 6 players. We actually patterned the attack with 2 10s that I rate highly. Sesko would have preferred a better striker, a more seasoned striker, but I'm not mad at it. Cool. Those 3. 2 midfielders, didn't get 1. Goalkeeper, waited this late and wanted a better goalkeeper. It's like we just shoot ourselves in the foot, and we have to look at the board for that. The fact that we're going into the season after having an absolute horrendous season last season with the exact same midfield is a travesty and not wholesale changes. Who's held accountable? It should have been wholesale changes. The manager should have been moved on, a new manager brought in, and it should have been wholesale changes in the 11, and there hasn't been. It's been 4. And even with the 4 we brought in, the manager doesn't want to play Sesko, so it's actually 2 until Lammens gets here, and then it's 3. So a team that finished 15th, couldn't win back-to-back games, manager has below a 25% win rate, losing a Europa League final to Spurs, again finishing 15th in the league, 5 wins in 5 months from January to May, and there's not wholesale changes. And people think, and people believe that the ownership want what's best for the club and are moving correctly. And people wonder why I don't rate them. It's for stuff like this. Big up Miles. He says, big up Flawless, no midfielder, caps the window at 4 out of 10. Hey, Ozzy, big up, man. Every time, Ozzy, big up. You lot, make sure you subscribe to Ozzy's channel as well. It's Ozzy Den 619 people. Big up Avanish. Nephew says, nah, you should have got Emmy yesterday. Today, we lowered the price. Is what it is. But you didn't want to get Emmy because Sancho didn't want a permanent move to Villa. And there again lies in the fact that we haven't dealt with the Sancho situation has now impacted the Emmy Martinez move potentially. So it should have been separate. The Sancho deal should have been dealt with a long time ago. Why are we depending on Sancho to do what's best for Manchester United Football Club when it's clear Jadon Sancho is going to do what's best for Jadon Sancho? And I don't wrong him for that, by the way, when I say that. If I was Jadon Sancho, I would do the same. Jadon Sancho has to do what's best for Jadon Sancho. Like Isak's just gone to Liverpool. Alexander Isak has just done what's best for him. Bear me. What are you doing? So why are you in there? What are you doing? My bad, people. My bad. But yeah, Alexander Isak did what's best for Alexander Isak, and he got his move to Liverpool. His best interest ain't Newcastle United. His best interest is Alexander Isak. So, but here we are. Ben says, big up Flawless. Appreciate you having me on the calling show. Anytime, man. Calling show tonight as well, people. Open for everyone to everyone to call in. 4 out of 10 window for me. People giving Ineos too much credit and not selling Bruno. Not Amorim out until Bruno gets out of this club. For Esben, I hear you. I hear you. I understand why you're saying because you want him to go alongside them as well. I want Amorim gone, and again, and I believe if Amorim wasn't here and we get that bid for Bruno, maybe the new manager says, yeah, get rid of him. Because we left it in the hands of Bruno and the manager. Why? Big up Canals, says big up Flawless United. We're putting out like 4 statements today. Big up Chinlu as well. Big up Flawless in the chat. You're not paying 80%? Yeah. I thought that the Sancho deal to Villa could get done because it's similar. It could be similar to the Rashford deal. Big up Vikran as well. Hey, yeah, Ben, it's just a domino effect of bad decisions. Like the Sancho deal potentially stopping the Emmy Martinez deal. But if you would have dealt with the Sancho situation earlier, then it wouldn't affect it. Or if you would have went in for Emmy Martinez earlier, maybe you could have got him. Maybe you could have worked something out. Why are you waiting until the 31st of August and the 1st of September? Why? Afro says, big up Flawless. I have to give Ineos credit. We shifted out some rubbish and got some quality in with Sesko and Bremo, Cunha and Lammens. I give them credit for that, yes. They are good moves, but it's not enough. And the bad outweighs the good. Way out. The cons outweigh the pros massively. And Bremo, Cunha, 2 very, very good signings. Very, very happy with them. Sesko remains to be seen. I think there was better options out there. Lammens, I know nothing about, so I can't comment. But before I continue, there's over 230 of you lot in here. We're only at 25 likes. That's not enough, people. That's not enough. Run up the like. We need to double the likes. I'm cutting. We need to double the likes. Mods, regulars, get everyone hitting the like button on the video, please. How are we only on 25 likes? That should be doubled. That should be doubled. 50 likes. What is going on? Continue to get your questions in as well. Don't know why this color scheme is different on it because it don't look like that on the. Changed it to black because it don't look like that on the screen how it normally does. I'm just trying to find it now as we speak. But yeah, let's run up these likes. There's over 200 of you lot in it. What are we doing? Yes, Jazz, Q&A later. If there's news, there'll be a Q&A later after the Frank Calling show. If there is indeed good news. Not good news, but major news. If it's a quiet window, then yeah, probably not. Yeah, like Canal said, smash the likes. 1, 2, 1, 2. What are we doing out here? But yeah, the bad, like I said, outweighs the good. And Bremo Cunha, great. Sesko, the manager, didn't want as he's showing. So why bring him in a player that he's not going to play? This is what I said. He was not going to play Sesko. He's not going to play Xerxes. This is why Mount's been playing. If Mount's fit, Mount's going to play. Now, Mount got injured in the game against Burnley at halftime. So now it might be a Xerxes, but now Cunha's injured. So then what does he go with? Does he go with Xerxes, Sesko, and then Bremo? I don't know with this manager, man. I don't know what he's on. Big up Sai in the chat as well. I don't know what this manager's doing. I don't know why he's still here. We're also saying to Maino that he's not going anywhere, but then why keep him? Like, in regards to, no, why keep a manager you know is not going to play? That's what I don't get. Maybe it is that color. 6. Yeah, we'll just run that for now. Not for now. Yeah. Yeah, see, they made 2 good signings and 2 unknowns, in my opinion, flawless. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. And that's not good enough. That I'd be content with that if United were at the top of the league. And it's like, all right, you made 2 good signings and 2 unknown because you've made attempts to stay on top of the league and stay ahead of the chasing pack. We are chasing everybody. We are chasing everybody. So therefore, we need to make vast improvements to do so. And the league's open, by the way. That's also what annoys me. Like, take out the 4. Take out the top 4. Take out Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Villa don't look good. Newcastle don't look good. Forest don't look good. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th from last season. Brighton do look decent, do well. Bournemouth look good as well, even though they've lost players also. But the point I'm making is that top 5 is there for the taking. If you lot would have just done what you were supposed to, and this is where my frustrations and where my issues and where my criticisms lie. Because the squad, me and Saeed was having this debate yesterday about the team, because he's saying top 5. I actually think Manchester United have a top 5, top 6 squad. I actually think, despite the shortcomings in the squad, despite the lack of talent, we have a top 5, top 6 squad overall. The problem is the manager. Hence why I have us finishing lower, because he's going to continue to not only not get the best out of his best players, he's going to make your average players and poor players look even worse. That's where it lies. I bet most people probably have Palace. When I'm going to do the predictions later, let's say top 7, top 8. I don't believe from an individual perspective, Palace have a top 7 or top 8 squad. But I think their manager makes them a top 7, top 8 squad. That's the difference. Why that's why Forest finished 7th last season. That Forest team wasn't. No one. I did multiple predictions. No one had Forest top 8 after finishing 17th. Not a soul. But Nuno made the difference from a tactical standpoint and utilized it. He got the best out of his better players. So your Gibbs Whites, for example, your Olaenas, your Marinos, for example. And then he just put the right players in the right situations around it. Again, yeah, like Vic, when you mentioned there, Palace. If we look at Palace's team, take Eze out of it, take Mateta out of it, take Gueye out of it, you could add Wharton. We're not taking 10, 11, 12 players from Palace. Taking 3, 4 max. That's the point I'm making. You're not taking Will Hughes. You're not taking Jefferson Lerma. You're not taking Munez. You're not taking Mitchell. You're not taking Lacroix. You're not taking... Henderson was at Manchester United. You're not taking Sa. I think Sa's a decent player, but no one's like, hey, you know what? Go get me Sa. But hey, we move. Rate my window. Overall, like a 5. It's like a 5, I would say. Because we should have done so much more. Big up Sheik in the building as well. He's Sheik, you good?
Big up, man. Yeah, I'm doing great.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Good to be here. Shout out to everyone. Make sure you guys run up the like, subscribe, of course. And we're here, man. Deadline day. Still no midfielder.
Yeah, you would have thought. You would have thought. But yeah, I'd say probably a 5 out of 10, and that's just because of Mbeumo and Cunha. Sesko's are unknown. And like I said, the reason why that transfer gets a mark down, because the manager's clearly not a manager signing. It's clearly a player or manager didn't want. Because if we would have signed Gyökeres, for example, Gyökeres is starting against Arsenal. He's starting against Fulham. He's starting against Burnley. No, there's no way you spend that much money on a player and don't start him. Don't tell me, oh, he's not ready and did it nonsense. So why come he didn't play against Fulham? How come he didn't start against Burnley? And he had a preseason as well. So yeah, I'd probably say a 5, but here we fucking are, man. Here we are. Thoughts on Lammens though?
It's an unknown signing, to be honest, because I've only started watching clips of him since we've been linked. But it's a person, like a player we've been linked almost all summer, to be honest, and I'm surprised that it got done now. It just goes back to conversations like, had Bayern Deer and Onana not made mistakes in games that we just had, would we sign a goalkeeper? And the fact that I'm asking a question like that is a problem because we just finished 15th last year and we had one of the worst ever seasons in all departments. And we should be going out and being proactive in all departments. And we haven't done that. They've addressed getting rid of some of the players that, we wanted to get rid of, and credit to them because I wanted them gone and I asked them to get them gone and they've done that. Yes, it's taken up until deadline day to get most of them gone, but they've done that. But when it comes to the signings, like, yeah, Cunha and Mbeumo are great signings, but it's not like you went out there and signed, those two players specifically for the manager and for the system. Those two are two quality players. I know what I'm getting with them. Those two players are players who had 35 goals, 35 GNA between them, for like just in the Premier League last year. But then you sign someone like Sesko as a striker, and we're still having problems there because you're not even playing. The manager's not even playing him. Midfield is the biggest thing. I can't get past the fact that, like, even though I know like the questions about Lammens, and I'll get to it, but I
That's
can't
cool, man.
I can't get past the fact that we, like, not only did we reject 100 million, but we just bought nobody. Like we rejected 100 million and then signed no one, not a single midfielder, not a single one. And it's not like you have to go based off of last season to see that we have midfield problems. Just look at the games we played this season. Just look at the last one. Look at the one before that. Look at the Arsenal game where Zubamendi or Odegaard had so much space in the midfield. The last game when Burnley were trying to run through our midfield. Against Fulham, when they had a lot of the ball in the second half and they were able to come back into the game because of our midfield. And then on top of that, we have this manager too, who for some reason kept saying, I need my players, I need my players. When he gets players, they're not ready, apparently. Xerxes, who's been, like, he's not been featured in preseason, but he's been on the bench in all these 3 games. And the moment he comes on against Burnley, looks like one of our better players. And it's just stuff like this. It's like, I don't understand, like, the planning, the just, yeah, like, what conversations took place. Was there kind of like a, kind of like a board meeting? And also, like, I'm looking at how, yes, we're really far away from them, but they are our rivals at the end of the day, and they could eventually win a 21st league title and leapfrog us. And they've just gone out and spent 100 million on 3 different players, and broken British transfer records on 2 different players in the same window. They've just done something like that. They've just grabbed Isak, one of the best strikers in the league, and they're showing ambition. And the signings that they've made is them after winning a league title so that they can sustain it. We're just trying to get into a level playing field. All we had to do in this window, seriously, was just go out and get a bunch of Premier League proven players. That's it. That's all you had to do. In a couple of different positions. I'm not telling you, and the whole Belieber thing was great because I was a believer. Hashtag I was a believer. And I still think we can get that deal done maybe next summer. I don't think we'll even try in January, but maybe next summer, depending on who the manager is, whether he would want someone like Belieber in our team. We could try to get a midfielder like that. But all you had to do this summer was just go out and get a competent group of Premier League players. That's it. And I think you could have, and that's where it's left up to the manager, where we can all just sit here and tell you this manager ain't it. But at that moment, we would have been like, you know what, Ruben, the club has gone out there, and I would have said this about Ineos as well. I would have been like, you know what, Ineos, you've kind of put this, you've allowed Ruben Amorim to kind of turn things around. You've enabled that for him. You've signed these Premier League proven players. You've kind of made the task a little bit easier for him, where he doesn't have to try to develop young players. He doesn't have to try to get players into form. He doesn't have to try to get players to adapt into this league. These are players that we would have signed who would have been already accustomed to this league. And I think it would have been a little bit easier of a task for him and also for our club to try to get into the top half of the table, maybe top 6, maybe top 7, maybe top 8. We've just not done that. We've gone out and we've signed an unknown striker, the same issue that we had with Rasmus Højlund, and the same things that I said about Rasmus Højlund, and I said this about when we were signing Sesko too, is that I don't want a striker who's young and developing. I want someone who's experienced. Mateta scored. I know he scored a penalty, but he's scoring goals, and he helped win the
penalty though. It was his pass.
Yes. Again, I wanted to emphasize that too. He helped win the penalty. So it's stuff like this, and one, he would have cost cheap, so that means we could have facilitated that Sesko money to different positions. We could have tried to maybe get a Mateta and maybe a midfielder. The fact that we just signed 0 midfielders is a big problem. And the Lammens signing, we've been linked with Martinez since the start of this transfer window. Martinez has been telling Villa he wants to go to United. Martinez has been telling United he wants to join us for months now. How have we not tried to get this deal through? Why? And a great point that you mentioned as well while I was listening is that why all of a sudden is Sancho the mediator when it comes to these negotiations between us and Villa for Martinez? Why is Sancho all of a sudden involved in this? Should be a separate deal. Nothing against Jadon Sancho, but that guy should have been sold already or loaned already. It should have been the case like that already, whereas we wouldn't be in a situation like this. So we needed a goalkeeper, a position that we've been struggling with for the past 2 seasons. We signed someone under Erik ten Hag. By the way, Erik ten Hag, fuck you, and you just got sacked by Leverkusen as well.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
But yeah, we needed a goalkeeper. We've been struggling in that position for the past 2 years. What would a competent group of owners go out and do? Just sign a goalkeeper and not depend on another player leaving the club in order for us to try to improve our goalkeeping situation. So we've been abysmal in goal, but it all depends on Jadon Sancho, whether we go out there and sign a good goalkeeper or we don't. How does that make any sort of sense to me at all? Is Jadon Sancho the one doing negotiations? He's the one who wearing the suit and he walks into the office and says everything goes through me? That whole deal should be separate by itself. First of all, he should be gone. And I get it, his wages and stuff has been an issue. But even then, you eventually ended up letting him go to Villa on loan. But Martinez doesn't come through this way. So I don't get that. Makes no sense.
And let me get to this, because people keep saying this. Sorry to cut you off, Sheik. Because Atro's saying, I can't lie here to talk about signing a season 9, but without a functional midfield, even a season 9, in my opinion, still suffered in this Manchester United side. I agree. So why not get it all, Atro? We was having this conversation yesterday on Saeed's channel. Sorry to cut you off. Because this really, I don't understand. This is how this ownership is just completely gets away with doing absolute bona fide fuckery. Why is it not all?
Yeah,
why is it one? Why is it one or the other? And this isn't necessarily at you, Atro. It's just that this is the general this is a general consensus, and this is a conversation that happens all this or no, it all needed to be addressed. Because it was all awful. Why is it one or the other? And this is why I can't stand this ownership, because no other big football club who are actually trying to win major honors have this conversation. It's not a midfielders or attackers. Both was needed. You know why? Because our midfield stunk last season. It was horrendous. Our attack stunk last season. Go and address it all. Same way our goalkeepers were dreadful last season. Go and get a goalkeeper and of quality. We finished 15th. Let me just keep repeating this. We had a horrendous season. Failed to win back-to-back games all season long. We needed wholesale changes, and the money's there to go and address all these areas. It's not one or the other. I don't get, and United fans feed into this. Oh, we should have got a midfielder over a goalkeeper. No, we needed both. Everything needed to be addressed. It was not one or the other. What other top football club does this? Well, we need to address the defense and the attack. So we're only going to get defenders? No, get defenders and attackers. In the United sense, we needed it all. Our midfield is dreadful. Yes. So go and get midfielders. Our attack was dreadful. Yes. Go and get attackers. They did that. It's not one or the other. We are not on a shoestring budget. We are not on a shoestring budget. We have enough money to go and address these areas and improve. And what's even easier is you're picking from a bigger pool because you're not trying to go and win a league or Champions League. All you're trying to do is move up the table. If you're trying to go from third, second to first, that's tough in regards to going to pick players to do that because they're a select few. We are just trying to go from 15th to 6th. Whole heap of players. Like she hit the nail on the head. Just go get prem-proven players. If you would have went and got Embremo, Cunha, Watkins will use, you went and got Belieber, pick another midfielder, any central midfielder you want. I just use Sandenberg, for example. Go get Sandenberg, for example. Go get Emi Martinez. Guess what? The team's sorted.
Yeah. So no,
that's a myth. No, Flawless, I'm on one that to do it all, but in reality, no club does it all. The only teams I've done recently is Chelsea doing the money ball. So you've answered your own question. Chelsea have done it all. What have Liverpool done this season?
I was just gonna say, what have Liverpool done this season?
Literally this window, Liverpool have addressed it all.
All, yeah. Even Man City to a certain
every issue they had, they addressed it all.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about here? They needed a right back. They went and got it. They needed a left back. They wanted and got it. They needed centre backs. They went and done that. They went and signed Leone Guehi's on his way. They needed 2 attackers. They went and got 2 attackers. They needed a 10. They went and got a 10. What are we talking about? Nobody does it all. Yes, you can do it all. And that's ignorant as well. So because other teams don't do it means you can't do it. Of course you can. How much money have United spent this window? So far
we spent a lot. I mean, just on our attack, we spent 200 plus million on our attack. 20 for Lammens.
Don't do that about you. Just told me now that CBs are still looking shaky. You just told me no one's done it all, and I've given you an example. Now it's about the quality. Forget whether or not we all have them winning the league. Don't tell me that you can't do it. Yes, you can do it all, and this is what I'm talking about. If you have 300 million to spend, you can go and get 6 players with 300 million.
I'll take another example. Just look at Newcastle's approach for a striker. Do you think they just stopped at one moment and were like, you know what, we can't sign any player. Looks like strikers don't want to come to Newcastle, and let's just not get a striker and not worry about that thing at all. No, they've been constantly since the start of the transfer window, I know this, that at the back of their head, they knew that Isak leaving Newcastle could actually become a reality. So they were preparing for it. They went for Ekitike, they went for Sesko, they signed Wisa now. They've gone for strikers damn near this entire window. They haven't just sat there and just been like, you know what, we don't need a striker, or just sitting nonchalant about some sort of situation. And they haven't done that. They've actually gone out there and addressed that. And it's the same thing for Liverpool too. Liverpool lost Trent, right? One of their right backs. Liverpool knew Andy Robertson was coming to his, final legs and this and that. They needed a 10. They needed a striker. They needed a center back. They went and signed all of those, every single thing. And I'm not talking about someone who has potential. I'm not talking about someone who has, young talent or he's up and coming. They've signed one of the best in all of those positions. Mark Guehi, up and coming center back, one of currently the best in the Premier League. Wirtz, don't have to talk about him with his record with Leverkusen. Isak, forget about everything. Kirkaz, one of the best left backs in the league last year. Frimpong, one of the up and coming right wing backs / right backs in the world currently at the moment in Europe. So they've gone out there and they've addressed every single signing. Same thing for Arsenal too. They needed depth. So they went out there and addressed depth. They needed a striker. Yes, it took them about 3-4 years to get a striker, but they actually finally got one. They've done all those things too. And I'll tell you why. It's because one season and one transfer window can be enough for a gap between one team and another team to just get larger and larger and larger. And that's something that Liverpool did not want to do. Liverpool spent zero money and won a league. And now that they're going out and actually buying players, for some reason, I don't really have a problem with it, even though fuck Liverpool every single time. But this is what ambitious owners do. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make. We finished 15th. Our situation is even worse. We've had the worst of the worst window, like worst of the worst season last year. And this is how we're acting. Whereas they've just won a league and they've gone out there and spent so much money just because they've won a league because they want to continue to win it. Whereas, do we want to continue to be in this 10 to 15th place in the Premier League? Is that what we are trying to do? Because Omar Barada told me that we're trying to win a league title by 2028. So with these signings and whatever you're trying to do currently in this moment with this window, it doesn't look like we're going to get there. And then on top of that is the manager too. So now you sign all these players in all these positions and this and that. But then let's say you end up sacking this manager. And then the next manager comes in and let's say he makes some demands in certain positions, this and that. Are you going to do the same thing? Because I thought this was your guy. I thought last January we were told that we're not able to sell players in January and we're not able to buy players in January because we're waiting until the summer, and that's where you would back him. So after he's finished 15th, you've signed 3 attackers, a whole new front line. Cool. No complaints about that at all. If anything, I'm happy about that because we needed that. And we've seen improvements in our attack, even though we haven't been scoring a lot of goals. But rest all was still a problem. Goalkeeping was still an issue. We saw signs of it in preseason. We've seen signs of it so far. In all 3 games, I just want to tell you, in all 3 games so far, Arsenal, you can include Grimsby, can include Fulham, can include Burnley. There's been goalkeeping mistakes in all of those games, by the way. In every single game of those. There's been midfielding problems in all of those games. And we've done nothing other than sign Lammens. About Lammens, though, I'm not going to sit here and, not try to, downplay his signing or whatever. Cool. We needed a goalkeeper. We've gotten a goalkeeper. I hope he can turn out to be good. I am a little worried because I've seen a little comps here and there. I see some of the same problems that I see with our current goalkeepers during set pieces with him. But I do also see that he's a better shot stopper than I think both of them, than Onana and Binder currently at this moment. Whereas shot stopping, yeah, it is an issue for us currently at this moment. So that is an improvement, I guess you could say there. But 20 million, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully we don't do this thing where Ruben signs him and then he's not ready for, a goalkeeper's not ready for a game and he just continues to play behind.
He might pull that. He might pull that nonsense. He might actually pull that.
He might, because he did that with Tesco. He did that with Tesco.
So
I don't think why would he not do that with the goalkeeper? Yeah, like
sign more players. Look, 8 signings for Arsenal, 6 for City, not even including their January, and Liverpool 7 or 8. So if Arsenal can make 8 signings, I'm asking for 6. I ain't even asking for 8. I'm asking for 6 signings. Goalkeeper, 2 midfielders, and then the 3 in front. That even 6. 5. No, it is 6. So I said 2 midfielders. 6. So if Arsenal can do 8, and City can do 6, and Liverpool can do 7 or 8, and I'm sure there's more teams that have signed 5. Why can't Manchester United sign 6 players in a window?
Why? So it's not like we are broke. We just spent 250 on 4 players. You just spent 250 on 4 players. Could have been 350 had we sold Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, this is just what our season's gonna be, man. And this is so what happens when you just you don't prepare. Like Saeed said, man. If you don't, what did he say? If you I
fail to prepare. Yeah, what was it? You prepare to fail, you fail to prepare.
Yeah, if you prepare to fail, you'll fail to prepare. Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, that was it, man.
It's exactly what it is.
Like Saeed said, quitters don't quit, man.
Quitters don't quit, man. The curtain's on the wall. Like,
okay, well and truly
just but yeah, it's not good enough, bro. And I'm not happy about I'm just not. I just don't understand. Like, it's as simple as this. If Flawless on this show was saying a bunch of outlandish stuff, I think a lot of us on the panel would be like, "Yo, Flawless, you need to chill out." Like, Flawless, like, we're gonna look out for you. We're gonna be like, "Yo, Flawless, like, you need to chill out. Like, don't be saying this. Like, calm down. Like, that type of stuff. Same thing Flawless would say to us too. Yo, relax. Like, you don't need to be saying all these type of things, and we'd listen to it. What that is kind of like you're looking into that type of situation. You're being like, okay, I'm doing something about it. I'm not just sitting there and allowing it to happen. I'm doing something about it. Sitting there and not doing anything, silence, actually, if anything, is just enabling it because it's not like you're opposing it. So that's what our clubs are pretty much what our club is currently doing right now. You can see that the roof is burning. all you have to do is just call the fire department and bring a goddamn hose. And you're not doing that. You're just sitting there and you're like, okay, cool, taking notes or whatever, and then going on to the next game. And then you're telling me at the end of the game that the roof is burning. And I can see that the roof is burning. What are you trying to do to fix this burning roof? That is the issue that I have. And we haven't fixed a lot of burning things in our squad currently this season. We haven't done that. We've addressed our attack. Cool. We've gotten rid of the players that we needed to get rid of. Cool. That stuff's fine. But we still needed a midfielder, and we've now gotten a goalkeeper. I would have preferred Martinez, but we needed a midfielder. We've just not done that. And it's not good enough at all, bro. And we're going to struggle. Let one of those right now or going into this season, our midfielders are Garte, Kobe Mainu, even though I don't really want to include him there because the manager doesn't want to play him. Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. Those four midfielders are our four options that we can play in the pivot. There's no Toby Collier. He's been loaned. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I'm missing out on in terms of midfield, but I don't think so. So there's only just those four. So let's say one, or even let's say at most at two, because it's a very long season up until January, where we can actually try to make signings again. Up until January, that's a couple of months, and it's a long season. It's a lot of games, even though we're not in Europe, but we're still playing. We're out of the Carabao Cup too, and we won't play FA Cup till January anyway. So it's really just a league that we're going to be in up until January. But it's still a lot of games, and if a couple of injuries do pile up in those midfielding positions, that can kind of just ruin a lot of things of who we want to play where in this team, because of all these injury problems that we have. And all of these things just being an issue is really, really pissing me off, because all you had to do was just go out there and get a bunch of competent Premier League midfielders who would have probably cost around 20, 30, 30, 40. Maybe that's it. And I would have been okay with that. Now, I didn't ask us to go out there and sign a Baliba. And matter of fact, Baliba was never even a question for me. I've always regarded Baliba as a dream signing.
Right.
But did I think that we can go? Were there other options other than Baliba? And I said this at the time of Baliba too. Okay, you can't get Baliba. Who's next? Is Baliba the only one that you were trying to go after? So you had 80 to 90 million sitting there for a player like Baliba, but you don't want to spend that 80 to 90 million maybe on two midfielders. What? Makes no sense. So
That's
Baliba
Manchester
was a
United.
no,
That's
but you
Manchester
couldn't
United.
spend
I'm not sure.
80 to 90 million on two midfielders rather than one, when we clearly need midfielders too. Fairs, man. And I think it all went wrong when I think the midfielding thing was done when Bruno ended up staying. And I genuinely think that's really it. There's a reason maybe why we didn't hear a lot of midfielders in the summer transfer window. We really just heard of Douglas Luiz. We heard of Ederson from Atalanta. And we heard of Baliba towards the end of the window. And maybe there were a little couple calls of Wharton here and there, but I don't think Adam Wharton was ever a possibility, especially with the business that Palace is doing currently with Eze leaving, with Guehi leaving. I don't think they let Wharton leave in the same window too. So that I don't think was ever going to be a possibility. But we've just been linked with three midfielders the entire summer. Luiz, who's just joined Nottingham Forest, by the way, on loan, I think. And that was never really a concrete deal. Ederson was someone who I thought we might actually try to bid for and approach, but we never even did that. So, yeah. I don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Time to shine. Same way how we just identified Lammens. You can't go out there and identify a midfielder. Seriously?
Yeah, because you can go get someone we don't know about in Lammens because no one knew
so
about
Lammens,
him.
you didn't know, like no one knew about Lammens, but you've identified him to be our potential starting goalkeeper for big boy Manchester United, but you couldn't go out there and identify two midfielders. Makes no sense.
He says not defending him. But Ineos did put in a bid for Ederson, which got rejected by Atalanta. Though if we matched 60 million, I think it would have been done. Well, go to our plan B then.
I actually didn't hear nothing about this though.
I didn't hear about it either. But let's say hypothetically it's true. You're gonna get rejected for players. You know what you do? Go to the next one. And if you rejected to him, you have an option 3 and an option 4 and so forth. There's no excuse. There's zero excuse for these. Look, we signed 3 players, potentially 4.
No, I'll do you one better, Flawless. Just to that point that you just made, you go for option 2, you'll go for option 3, you go for option 4, right? What did we do for our striker this season? That's what we did. Who did we start off our season with?
She could be back, but he's right. Liam Delap was on the list, Gyökeres, and then we ended up going for Sesko as well. But big up Dan in the chat, Eddie in the chat.
All
What you man
right.
saying?
Firstly, big up everyone in the chat as always. Yeah, bruv. Fair play. Where's Sheik, bruv? There is.
My
Yes,
bad.
Sheik. Fair play to you, bro. Because I don't know how you don't ever take a water break or anything when you're going off, but fair play, bruv.
Bro, it's just
Yeah, bro. What was I gonna say, bro? I'm waiting in the next hour for that Belieber Bomber Club. Oh, mate, nah, it's not happening, guys. It's not happening. But I don't know. Part of me still a believer, bro. Give it one more hour, man, and then I'll quit. One more hour, man. But yeah, man. What you not saying, man?
Oh,
chilling,
that's just
man.
talking about Lammens and the window overall. Thoughts on the Lammens deal and the window overall so far?
All right, window overall, yeah. Firstly, I'm happy with the direction we're going in now when it comes to selling players, isn't it? Because we've got rid of a lot of this deadwood, Anthony, Hoyler, Sancho, Rashford. And what I like is the negotiations seem to be 100 times better than what they were previously. You know what I'm saying? We're getting rid of these players, selling them, adding little clauses and shit now, which is refreshing. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think they've handled themselves well. But the thing is, obviously, I don't know about you guys, but it's not the transfer window I wanted because we still need a midfielder, and that would have made it perfect. But yeah, it's not quite there, and I don't know why because we recouped all this money. There's not really any excuse, bro. Amorim said he needed a midfielder from the start. You know what I'm saying? And the ball ain't back to him in that regards for some reason. So I don't know what that is about, man. But yeah, happy with signing the keeper. Who isn't, bruv? You know what I'm saying? Who isn't? Like, don't get to see Onana anymore. Happy days, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just heard what you're saying, she. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if this guy don't start Lammens, bro, when he needs
Yeah,
to.
bro. It really wouldn't surprise me if he just doesn't
Yeah,
start.
he'll be like, oh, we need to bed him in. We need to ease
Yeah,
him in. He's a young
we need
keeper. He
to
don't have much experience. You know what I'm saying? We need to just
ease him in, this
slowly,
and that.
slowly
Yeah.
integrate him with the side. Like, it's like, fuck off, man. You can't
No,
get
man,
any
let
worse
him
than
sit
Onana,
away.
mate.
Yo, I
You know what I'm
don't give a
saying?
shit. Now, Lammens, you were at your whatever the club was,
He's
all
number
respect to
one,
that club.
bro.
You're now at Manchester United Football Club, and by the way, our
There's
next game is the
Antwerp.
derby. So you're gonna get thrown into the Manchester derby, and I want that to happen. Get thrown into it. I don't care. This is the big leagues,
Yeah,
man.
and even if he's
Like,
gonna fuck up. He's gonna make mistakes. But the
yeah,
thing
he's
is, it's
going
like
to.
with De Gea and that, you need to just stick with him
Literally,
and
I was just
just
gonna mention
ride it
that
out.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Stick with him for the season. He'll grow and develop. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather that than have Onana just making mistakes every game. I don't think this Lammens guy is gonna make mistakes every game. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really. It's not a big risk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, man, it's a bit disappointing that we haven't got a midfielder. Like because that's a big hole. That's a big hole to fill, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know,
I don't
man.
know, this transfer window, like, even though there's been good parts of it, it just feels like I went into a restaurant and I spent $100 on food, but I still left the restaurant somehow feeling hungry. I don't know why. Like, it still kind of like feels like that. Like, yeah, I had some good meals in between with that $100, but I still somehow left hungry. And that's how I currently feel at this moment. I just still feel like we have a lot of problems after around 250 million spent. We still are sitting here complaining about certain positions, and that's an issue. And
Yeah,
like,
because you
to the
know what?
previous point that I was making
Yeah.
too, why is it that we went for Delap, then we went for Gyökeres, then we went for Sesko? We went for all these different options, but we didn't do that for a midfielder. Neither did we do that for a goalkeeper, to be honest. It was just Martinez and Lammens all summer. Donnarumma made it clear that he was going to leave. Well, he didn't make it clear. PSG made it clear they wanted to get rid of Donnarumma. Why not just try to go and inquire about that? I know that it was going to be a very, very tall mountain to climb to try to get Donnarumma, a player who just won the Champions League, to come to a club who's not even in the Champions League. It's going to be a big, big task. But at least try. Go out there and at least try to address it. That just tells me that you actually care. all these
No, I think they did try and get Donnarumma, or they at least inquired about him. But obviously his wages and stuff like that probably just turned them off.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen.
I'm sure they inquired. Who's not going to inquire for Donnarumma, bro? If he's available.
You giving him too much credit, man.
No. They must. They have.
Could
They
be
should.
the opposite. Could be the opposite.
Dan, this is the same club that turned down. This is the same club that turned down 100 million for Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, but I know they at least spoke to Donnarumma. I know this, bro.
This is the same club who continue to employ a manager who has less than a 25% win rate.
This is the same club. This is the same club that got you Cunha and Wemo though too. Now don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, great stuff.
Don't do that. You see what I'm saying? This is hey, brother. I clock it.
Oh shit, we got some civil war, yeah? What?
Yeah.
Ineos.
Yeah, Eddie got 48 hours because the Amorim gonna be in charge by the third. So we gotta take.
Hold on. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is the
one. Let Eddie cook, bro.
This is the one thing I myself have to check sometimes, right?
Eddie, you sound like you just had a dream about this. Like you sound like you just woke up, but you're ready to go. Like it's fresh on your mind.
I'm pretty much there. I have my tea at least, but I understand certain frustrations.
Eddie, you're waiting for this moment.
But at the same time, there has to be some acknowledgement of actual good business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
From 100%. the sales point of view.
Yeah, but Flawless ain't disputing that, is he?
No. But what are they quick to go to? This is always my pushback. What are you quick to acknowledge? What are you quick to disavow? If you're quick to acknowledge where the missteps are, that's your prerogative. But then this is where I come in with the opposite viewpoint. The business might not be what you wanted, but it is what we've needed at the same time.
That was not enough of what we need.
We need a midfielder.
Yes, it is.
It's like
we need a midfielder still.
Eddie. It's like this, though, Eddie. Let's say
we need a midfielder, blood.
Let me feel like this.
All right, Eddie. The window closes in like 2 hours or something. We still ain't got a midfielder.
Whatever the reason, they didn't get a midfielder.
It's not good enough, blood.
Whatever the reason, it is what it is for me. It is what it is.
Nah, I'm not having it.
You have
put
yourself. I understand completely. I understand. You have put yourself in a position going into the summer for there to be no doubt you're getting what you need in the midfield department. Is it going to happen? No, it might not happen this time around. I understand. It might not happen in January. Who knows? But all I'm saying is this. Hoyland out the door. Hoyland out the door. Garnacho out the door. Anthony out the door. Sancho apparently out the door. This was going... Huh?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, here we go. We got to hear
permanent. Real Betis still.
Okay, go
on. Betis.
And then 50 sell-on clause.
With the 50% sell-on clause. So if he balls out, we recoup what we've lost by his initial transfer. And again, the midfield thing, it is what it is. The midfield was a mistake. I can acknowledge mistakes. That's what I'm saying. I can acknowledge mistakes. The biggest mistake of this window was putting 60 or whatever it is towards a project striker like Sesko instead of the midfield. That's the biggest
mistake this window was not selling Bruno Fernandes. That's the biggest mistake. That's the biggest mistake.
Nah, the biggest mistake
again,
was
that too. Yeah, that too.
There's still time. There's still time, right? That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one. Not selling, not firing the manager. Because all this is fine and dandy, but in order to get where we're going to be, there's two things that have to take place for sure. And Bruno Fernandes leaving is one of them. Now, again, I think Bruno can you force Bruno out? I don't know about that.
Yes, you can force any player.
Of course you can. Why can't you?
Yeah, just say it. Eddie, we forced Rashford.
What's happening with Eddie? I don't know.
Hoyland didn't want to leave and we forced him out.
Yeah, we forced him out.
Onana's getting phased out as well.
You think Rashford wanted to leave?
Rashford did want to leave. He came out publicly and
said he wanted to leave.
Bruno wanted to leave.
Who? Bruno.
Bruno didn't want to leave, but
He
the
was
problem
considering
is
it.
that we
So,
kept it to him.
so
We
again,
gave the
No,
decision to
Bruno
him.
was considering
there's a bit of a difference. Let's just start there. There's a bit of a difference.
Bro, if you're even
This is-
considering leaving,
No, but this is the
that's
thing, though,
crazy.
Eddie. Why is it that when it's Højlund and Rashford, we don't ask them if they want to be here? We just say you're gone. But when it comes to Bruno, we ask him if he wants to be here. Why is that the case?
I can't sit here.
Because he's the savior, isn't it?
Sit here and not act like there isn't something else going on with the Bruno Fernandes deal.
There's nothing
Yeah, they
else
just
we
mumbling.
check.
That's all it is.
Are we sure about that again? This is what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
the manager. Yes, Eddie. The manager
It's-
came out
no,
and said,
I
"I want to
wouldn't.
keep
You think
Bruno
it's just the
Fernandes."
manager?
Yes.
You think just
The manager came out and said that verbatim. Yes.
Now all of them love him. All of them love him,
okay.
innit?
Okay, cool. So we just gonna take everything the manager says. Okay, let me present something
because you
else.
know the manager rates.
Let me present something. Does he? Because he likes to talk. The manager likes to talk too.
True.
So Eddie, you telling me you believe the manager
True
doesn't
that.
rate Bruno?
What I believe at this point is, it's bigger than Ruben Amorim.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
That's
But
all
he's
I'm
contributing.
saying.
He's a contributing
No,
factor.
no. What I'm saying is, Bruno still sitting here was never going to be on the manager or Ineos. I'm at that point. I think you remember how
who's it on?
Martial always used to skate because Abram Glazer was like one of his biggest fans.
When who? Sorry, say that again.
Oh, so he's saying one of the Glazers is a big fan
He
of
got
Bruno.
one of the Glazers in his pocket, man. It's easy to see.
All right, so you're saying so Ineos have been overruled, then is what you're saying?
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. So they don't have the power then, so we can't give them credit. So let's credit the Glazers for Mbremo and Cunha then.
If you want to be that extreme, have at it. If you want if we can't exist, no, because I've acknowledged one thing and you've taken it to a completely other place.
Go on.
I've acknowledged it with this situation, right?
No, but we don't know, innit? We don't know why they get it.
I'm saying it's a possibility. I've acknowledged that there is a possibility over here because since he's been here, the level of protection has been outrageous.
We've seen other players.
There has not no player.
We've seen players with that protection though.
Who?
Rashford had that protection.
Did he really?
Yes.
I don't know because he's still in Barcelona right now. He's in Barcelona right now.
No, he's in there.
Barcelona right now.
That's why I said had. He had that protection.
Yeah,
but I believe
I'll go one
further. I think no. The reason why I think Rashford is not here is because Rashford does not want to be here.
He said he wanted to leave.
The only reason why I think Garnacho is not here is because Garnacho doesn't want to be here. That's why I think. Go on.
Let's try this. No. If they had to pick between Rashford or the manager, who do you think they picking?
Who?
The board. If I say the Glazers, all of them, if they had to pick,
if it was a straight shootout between the two, why would it be a straight like in regards to
who they covering first? Hypothetically.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The manager, man, obviously.
I don't know. I can't say that verbatim.
And this is a guy
because they keep the reason why I can't say that verbatim is because they're keeping a player right now that the manager doesn't want. The manager don't want Maino, but they've made
that's different context.
What do you mean that doesn't want Maino?
The manager don't want them. So you think that Amorim rates Maino?
Yeah, Maino is not Rashford though.
No, I'm making a point. No, he's not. Again, we're making a point. You're saying for definite, it's the manager. That is not the case.
There's no definite, but what is the profile is different, isn't it?
I'm not talking about the profile. I'm talking about the decision making because I can pose that question. I can pose the same question Eddie did. If it was a choice between the manager and Maino, who they picking? Man would say definitely the manager. If that's the manager has made it perfectly clear with his decision making that he does not. Maino does not get minutes. The manager does not rate Maino. So therefore, why have the club said there's zero chance of him leaving? That's the club overriding the manager. Unless you got tell me that the manager rates Maino, so why is he not playing him then? Every clear indication.
Now what I'm saying is, go on. No, I was just gonna say I understand where you're coming from, but the comparison is slightly different because Maino is a different sort of category of thing. Because it's like you're one of the most promising up-and-coming players. Rashford's been there and done all that crap that we've seen from him and that. So it's like you're going to treat him differently to Maino now. So maybe they're looking at it like that. They see more potential in a Maino, so they're going to keep him.
Like I said, I'm on the stance of if Rashford wanted to stay, he'd be here still.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
hope.
the
I
only,
don't
reason,
believe
the
so.
only reason they
I
got rid of
know.
Rashford is because Rashford wanted to leave. And
They
he
didn't
never
want
even.
Yeah, what we're doing is a lot of it's partly assumptions in some of this, so we don't
Yeah,
fully know it. But
yeah, that's
it
all
is
we
what
can
it
do.
is.
And all we can do is take the evidence that we have and go off
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
which is
They
fair.
didn't want Rashford here. They got him out of here. They didn't want
Yeah, but
Rasmus
whose
out of here. They didn't
decision?
want
Like who?
Rasmus. They didn't want Rasmus. They got him out of here. So they've shown the ability to get people gone when they can. I'm
No,
saying
they
there's
no.
something different.
They've shown when they want people. They
There's
can get
something
people
different.
gone when they want it,
There's
not
something
when they
different.
can't.
There's something different.
Rasmus Højlund wanted to stay. They made the decision that you need to go, so they got rid of him. Why is it that they asked Bruno Fernandes what he wanted in a situation like this? We've just lost a European final. Our captain, King's Common right there, if you could bring it up, Flawless, came out and said if the club wants to sell me, it is what it is. So he said that if the club wants to sell me after this final, it is what it is. But we made it clear that we don't want to let you go. Ruben, the manager himself, made it clear that he didn't want to go. He blocked that move. His agent was in Saudi. Bruno's agent was in Saudi. They were having meetings.
Yeah, this is a scenario where Ineos had to overrule Amorim's what he wanted.
Because they wanted to keep
They
him.
didn't
because they wanted to keep him. But
That's
with
why I
exactly.
them
So it's a bit
with
weird.
Ras,
I
with
don't blame-
Højlund, with
That's your
Rashford,
version of events.
with Højlund, with
Okay,
Rashford,
that's
I'll even give you one. I'll give you
That's
another
yours.
example.
That's your truth sheet. Yeah, that's your
I'll give
truth.
you another
truth.
example. I'll give you
Eddie
another
on the
example.
phone.
Garnacho was someone who got the same treatment as Rashford when Ruben first came into the club. Rashford was being played for games, then he was dropped. Garnacho was being played for games, then he was being dropped. Only up until the Europa League final, where Garnacho made those comments after the game, is when everyone turned on Garnacho. And Ruben probably told the club, I don't want this guy here. What did we do? We got rid of him. He wasn't part of preseason. He wasn't even in preseason games. He was traveling with the team, but in the US tour, he wasn't there at all. And he got designated to the bomb squad. He got designated to the bomb squad. So it's like these guys, like when the manager at some point of time has kind of made it clear that he doesn't want certain players, they've gone out and they've done that. But I just don't understand why that energy wasn't towards Bruno. And it could be maybe
the Bruno is separate, right? The Bruno is slightly separate in their eyes because I think obviously he's the captain. He's the poster child. He's the poster boy for Man United, right?
That.
So all of the above what you're saying, right, is why they've made it like this for specifically for him. So I think what we're talking about is context for every scenario and every player in it. Yeah. Personally, I disagree if that's the case. If they decide to keep Bruno because he's the captain, because of the GA, all this shit, yeah, they think he's the guy.
Oh, yeah,
to carry Man United.
100%.
Yeah, if they believe he's the guy to carry Man United, so of course they're going to keep him. But they're not seeing it how we're seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So again, like what Flawless says a lot of times, yeah, it's like incompetence, isn't it, by Ineos? Because if they really read between the lines and saw the potential and where this club needs to be heading, they would have sold Bruno this season, this window. They would have to make the right decision. It would have been the right decision.
They think he's a positive to the team.
Exactly. So it's a conflict that they need to grow up and actually stop being emotional and shit. Like what we say on here, that Ineos themselves need to not be emotional. And Ineos and the manager are fucking two emotional wrecks right now, bro. In some sense. But like what Eddie's saying, I'll give Ineos some credit for some of the stuff they've done as well at the same time, like selling players and stuff. But it's just you need to go all in, man. You need to act with conviction. You're meant to be a serious club. You've just taken over. You need conviction in all realms, bro. You can't just be one way, one part of the club and in another way and singling out like Bruno because, yeah, he's the golden child and shit. Everyone needs to get the same consistent treatment, man. You know what I'm saying? And do what is best for the club itself. So this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of favoritism and shit, man. Like what Eddie said, there's probably a couple Glazers and that fucking love Bruno. So they're probably like, yeah, we'll keep that guy because he's our captain, X, Y, Z. But deep down, we all know that we need to move forward without this guy. And it would have been a perfect opportunity to sell this guy for 100 M's or whatever. But this is where we are at the moment. So I don't know, man. They're going to find out the hard way. This season's going to happen. They're going to find out the hard way. This season's going to happen. Bruno's going to have a stinker this whole season. Then they're going to sell him. next
Of course he
season.
will,
But it's like
because
they should have done it now.
They think that like whatever quality, if Bruno has any sort of quality left at the club, is going to be there in the next 1 or 2 years.
Yeah,
Whatever
but it's going to be the
quality,
same story with the manager,
thing,
bro.
though,
They're going to
Danny,
find out too late as well.
Dan, this is the thing though. They think that quality that they're thinking about is him in the 10. He's not going to play in a 10.
Yeah.
He's going to play in a pivot this entire year. So it's like they rejected 100 million for Bruno to play
regardless, man.
in a pivot for us. Not even in the 10. If they had made an argument where they're like, you know what, we still need Bruno's elite chance creation.
Bro, Sheik, regardless of that, bro.
We still
Regardless.
need his assists. We still need his goals, whatever. I would have heard that
argument.
argument. I would have been like, you know what? If you did not go out there and sign Acuna and Mbeumo and you wanted to play a Bruno in the 10 there, I don't agree with it, and I think he should still be sold. But it would make sense to me because it's like, okay, you still think that he can still be an elite chance creator, this and that. All the
Why do they think that, man?
But the problem is that that's not even going to be the case this season.
Because they ain't very
we're not
smart.
going to play him there. We're not even going to play him there. We're going to play him in a pivot. So if you're still looking for him to create in a pivot or score goals,
bro,
in a pivot,
but my thing is, that's here nor there. That's here nor there, bro. Regardless where you're playing this fucking rat guy, yeah. It's like he's 30 odd years old now, whatever, bro. You sell him for 100 million, regardless.
I think we should.
And then you replace it with like 3 freaking players, bro. And what Ralph said, he said we'd rather get like a loads of different players for cheaper or whatever. That we could have sold Bruno and flipping got 3 certified midfielders for that price.
It feels like I signed Bruno to play him in a pivot. I signed Bruno for 100 million to play him in a pivot. That's what this
Bro, there's no place for Bruno now. There's no place. Number 10, whatever you want to put him, there's no place. We signed Cunha and Mbeumo. We got flipping Ahmad. We got flipping Xerxes. All these guys can play in those positions, bro. Like we got Mino. Yeah, we don't need Bruno anymore, man. Fucking hell, man. This is pissing me off.
This is what I'll say. Certain shit is so glaring that, in my opinion,
he's fucking
to
up.
To label it as incompetence, I can't.
Because why is it not incompetence?
Because there's more to the story at this point.
It don't matter. It don't matter if there's more to the story. It's still incompetent.
It definitely matters.
Eddie, I'm asking you, what can't you label as incompetence? What don't you think can be labeled as incompetence?
Bruno and the manager still being here.
Okay, cool.
What?
Go on, carry on. Go on, explain. I just better to make sure.
Bruno and the manager still being here. It can't be incompetence because it's such a.
No, but Eddie, look what I just said though, Eddie. Yeah, I just said not long ago. Right, regardless of your feelings and your emotions, yeah, as a manager, as an owner, Glazer, whatever, Bruno might be your most favorite player, but for the betterment of the team going forward, you have to put your feelings aside and do what's right. So it is incompetence, bro. When you're thinking emotionally, when you're not thinking and you're basing things off emotion, it's not competence. You're incompetent. If you're emotional at your job right now, you're getting sacked, bro. Like,
Eddie, if you don't think it's incompetence, what do you think it is?
Financial.
Yeah, but that's still incompetence. However you want to angle it, it's still incompetence, bro.
So you think they don't want to sack? You think they don't want to sack Amorim because of the money?
Trust me, yes.
Okay, and then Bruno.
There's always these people, in my opinion, don't run.
They just recouped money. I don't get it.
I hear you. They don't run based off of their emotions. I don't believe so.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Do you think they base it off of business first and football second?
It's always just business. Yeah. It's always just business.
So they neglect the football inside of things for the business. Come on.
Huh?
I said you think they neglect the football inside of things for the business side of things.
How can I
That's
say
incompetence, bro?
But okay, even though if it is a business thing,
it's a very strong case of you just not doing your job. So what have we done in this transfer deadline? Do we just the goalkeeper?
Just the goalkeeper so far.
Just the goalkeeper.
Yeah. How much did we get for the goalkeeper?
He's like 21 million euros. Yeah. 21 million pounds. Sorry, I think
what we asked for, right?
Oh no, wait. Are you talking about signing or selling?
Signing.
Oh, yeah, we asked for like 21 million and less. Yeah.
Plus
in every one of those deals, Have you seen a financial structure that makes sense for the type of player we're bringing in?
Yes, I do. But
So
this is the thing,
again,
though.
in every hold on. In every instance of some type of business, right? They've
Selling.
shown you they know what they're doing.
Only selling.
But the thing is, I've given them. Not one entity is all.
Yeah, we ain't discrediting that.
Never said y'all did. Never said y'all did. I'm just making.
But I'm saying like it's credit. Yes, like when it comes to buying players, A1.
Yeah.
When it comes to selling players, A1. When it comes to everything else, absolutely god awful.
No, but also, like, I hear you, Eddie.
Outside of buying and selling players, they do nothing else.
So, do you see what I'm saying? They've moved
yeah.
accordingly every single way you could think of when it comes to a certain aspect of this business.
But
why would they deviate? Why would they deviate from moving the same way with regards to the manager? And we're just going to label it as incompetence.
Because I think they're terrible at that side of things. That's why. I think outside.
So are they terrible at business or not? What are they terrible at? Let's label what they're terrible at specifically.
Football is when it comes to actual footballing decisions.
Look what they did with the last one.
Like literally outside. So literally outside of.
There's two different things, man.
I just used it. What are they awful at when it comes to managers? When it comes to the managerial side of things, so not only hiring managers, sacking managers, the way they approach managers, the way they deal with managers that I hear when they're struggling, they are awful.
Based after their experience with one manager.
Two. Yes.
This one and
the no, because your perception of how they're handling Amorim is colored by how they handled Ten Hag.
It's not colored. I'm using that
because if they had fired Ten Hag,
I'm seeing the same thing, Eddie. I'm seeing it's the exact same thing. So I can only
fire Ten Hag when they wanted you to fire him. You would not be saying that in this situation.
Yeah, because they would have made the right.
Yeah,
agreed.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They would have. They don't color it. They would have made the correct decision. They made the incorrect decision to the point Jim Ratcliffe himself, after the Ten Hag situation, said, "Yes, we got that wrong."
You have no faith in them making the right decision. Like you have no faith. You have no faith in them making the right decision.
When it comes to the manager, no.
Why is that? Because you see, that's all I'm
you get it wrong the entire time. Yeah, I agree.
It's not just that though. Any other type of hiring,
you're spot on. But what else could I go off?
Any other type of hirings too, though. Dan Ashworth was fired.
The situation.
I'm confused because I feel like everyone's agreeing with the same thing.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
I was worried about them doing the assessment period with Ten Hag and it taking so long initially, because that's what they came in and said. That was a worry. That was red flags.
Remember them 10-hour meetings that they were having?
No. Leverkusen have
I'm saying
egghead already.
I'm saying for when they initially got in, they did an assessment. People forget this. This is how much they've done wrong. They did an assessment period with Ten Hag. They assessed him for a long period of time and chose to keep him. That was the issue there. How are you assessing for so long, which shouldn't have took so long, and still come to the wrong conclusion? And then agree to get rid of him, then have an absolutely god-awful attempt at replacing him because you only had two managers on the list. You then go back to him, then spend more money with him, then go and hire not one, but two managers who were managing in the Eredivisie to go sit alongside him. And then you have 3 international breaks to then sack him and then still don't, and then sack him. Like, all right.
Yeah. There's a few big mistakes.
I said that this manager should have been gone, shouldn't have stayed around. I've said that
100%.
With regards to how they've done with the Ten Hag situation, they could have done better.
It's not only that, it's just based off Amorim himself.
I've never said, though, that it's incompetence. That's where we disagree.
How is that not incompetence, though? What is that then? If that's not incompetent, what is that?
I don't think incompetence is the reason why they're doing what they're doing. That's where I disagree.
I think
I don't know.
But not overall.
But it is incompetence, though. Do you agree that those decisions?
Yeah, it is.
Do you think it's worse than incompetence, Eddie? Would you use a different word to describe it?
No, I don't.
I don't know what you describe it as.
But incompetence is the last thing that comes to my mind when it comes to Ineos and what.
Bro, what's your definition of incompetence?
Just
so we're on the same page, man. Because I think our definition is different.
pure dumb shit. Just pure
Yeah,
dumb
you're
shit.
not doing your job properly, right? You're
Pure dumb
incompetent
shit.
at what you do.
So you calling him? All right, cool. I agree. You know what, Eddie? I agree with you calling it dumb shit. That's fine. I have no
Not
issue.
even, but it's pure dumb. Like again, you don't move the way they move, and then we say, oh, they're incompetent at their job. No, I can't get
No.
behind
Some
that.
aspects. They're incompetent at aspects.
I think they are. I think when it comes to transfers, like you have
Yeah,
different
bro, that's
departments,
it.
different companies. A company
Yeah.
can have a department that's thriving, and then a department that's not thriving. Like for instance, I don't know, TV stations, their sports shows might be absolutely banging, but their political shows are tanking. That doesn't mean it's all bad or all good. No, your political shows stink, but your sports shows, you've got it. So whoever's running the sports department's got it spot on. Whoever's running the political department has it terrible. That's what it is with Ineos. So I have to hold you accountable overall. Is there things you do well? Yes, I've praised them countless times. When it comes to transfers and getting players in, spot on.
So if there was a deal, let's keep on that TV company, right?
Go.
Let's say they get a new production company, right?
Yeah.
But before they get there were some other deals made between, let's say, the owner of the company and some of the talent.
Yes.
To keep the company afloat. But then the talent still being there, you're gonna label the new people as incompetent because they didn't get the other person out of there. But that talent's been having some type of deal with the ownership group. Like,
that's where we disagree. I don't think Bruno has anything.
This is what I'm talking about.
I don't think Bruno has anything to do. I think you're overstating that.
When we talk about what's the other, this Ruben Amorim thing, right? The context is different between Ruben Amorim and Eric Ten Hag. That we have to acknowledge. And again, I'm not here to,
Because he's their guy. That's the
exactly. He's not only their guy, but he's also at this point in time one of these managers where, for whatever reason, this new model of football is to give time. But he's only given 18 months here, so he's kind of like he's there, like he's,
and that's where my issue lies, Eddie.
With the Bruno, let's stick on the Bruno situation.
But sticking to Bruno, I don't think that's a higher power thing. I think the more than the manager wanted to keep him.
Let's be real. It's higher. It's higher than Amorim.
Yeah, I think the board and manager want to.
There's financial.
I think they all want to keep Bruno.
Okay, so you did say it could be because how they've moved
Eddie,
in certain.
Eddie, from a financial perspective, that works very well for Manchester United.
Yes, it was good business. It was very good business. If anything, if that
they
was
all love Bruno, bro. At the end of the day,
very good business. 100 million
also
for
on the
a
Bruno side of things,
30-plus-year-old midfielder.
Bruno considered it because his agent spoke to the Saudi club.
If Bruno said he wanted to go, would they let him go? Yes or no?
If Bruno said he wanted to go with it,
would they let him go? Yeah, I think they would. I think they would.
Okay. Now so seems to me he didn't want to go to Saudi. If any other club and big club in Europe were to come in for Bruno Fernandes with 100 million, do you think Bruno would go?
No, I think we block it.
You think we block it?
Yes, I think we block it because they rate him.
Yeah, they rate him.
Like, again, you can force any player out. Hoyland didn't want to leave and we sold Hoyland. I'll put him out on loan. Hoyland did not want to leave. He was adamant about staying. You can force any player out of any football club. You could have made it perfectly.
You think Hoyland has the same cachet as Bruno Fernandes at the club?
No, I don't. But you can force any player out.
Now we getting somewhere. So you know it's different. It's
different, but you can force any player out. But you can force it. But Eddie, my point still stands. You can force any player out you want to.
Somebody got some clout in that building.
You can force any player out.
Yeah, because we have forced players out this window.
My point still stands. You can force any player out of the football club because you are the employer. That's why
they're doing it to Onana right now.
You can do it to anybody at the football club. Is certain players have more cachet and higher profile than others? Yes, of course. That goes without saying. Wages, profile, how many appearances you've made, etc. Of course, Bruno's one of the bigger profiles at Manchester United Football Club. What does that mean? That doesn't mean you can't.
Bro,
win it.
look, flawless. At the end of the day, if you're a serious club, yeah, you do flipping serious shit. Look what PSG done with Donnarumma, mate. The best goalkeeper, arguably, bro, in the world.
Bigger players than Bruno Fernandes. What we talking about with higher
Bro,
cachet?
Donnarumma is a bigger player to PSG than what Bruno is to Man United, bro. And look what PSG done with him. Standard procedures, bro. Big club.
You think PSG could get a better center back than Marquinhos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Why haven't they?
Because they're happy with Marquinhos.
Yeah, they have
they're happy with
Marquinhos. They're happy with who they have right now.
So
they're happy with him.
They're happy,
but they got,
with him, right?
Because they're one of they're arguably the best team in Europe. So yeah, they pretty much happy.
So they're okay. They're okay.
I think Enrique and PSG and they're all happy. Yeah.
If Marquinhos goes in that building and says, you know what, I'm cool on the PSG, so I've seen it all, I've done it all, they gonna let him walk.
Would PSG let him go?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
not.
Maybe.
Potentially. If Marquinhos did,
I don't think they'll be like losing sleep over it.
I've not seen enough of PSG in that scenario to know what their MO is. What is Enrique's MO? What is PSG's MO with that? Because normally when you're the best team in Europe, players don't really want to leave. You're just coming off.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, flawless, yeah.
Before you go, Danny, they're coming off a treble, their most successful their most successful season ever. First ever Champions League. Why would the captain want to leave? It's highly unlikely.
Because he's done it all. He's cool.
Okay, so let's say he did. Maybe they, you know what? Maybe they show him grace. Maybe they show him grace and go, all right, we'll let you go.
Maybe on a respectful thing, they're just like, you know what? You've been a service to this club.
What I'm saying is, what's the correlation to Bruno? What I'm getting at is this. Unfortunately, there's a level of cachet at this club that Bruno has.
So what?
So what? I disagree. I know. The thing is, yes, there is a level of cachet he has, but it doesn't stop the business. If Manchester United wanted Bruno Fernandes to leave, they could make him leave.
Yeah.
110%.
The ball should always be in their court.
We're already negotiating with them. We're accepting the bid. You are no longer required here. Make the move. Yes, Manchester United have forced out bigger and better players with higher cachet and more profile than Bruno Fernandes.
This is what I'm trying to say. Bro, at the end of the day, if you're a big club, yeah, well, you're meant to be, yeah, like you do not care. It's like, say if you're a serious person in life, you can replace anyone. If you got a girl, yeah, and like she's fucking around, you get rid of her. You just replace her, bro. This is what serious people do. Serious clubs.
Completely. They chose to keep him because they wanted.
No. But what I'm saying is, aside from what we're talking about right now, I'm just saying, just on a side note, or obviously it ties into it. But my overarching point is, yeah,
they chose to keep him because somebody above them said he's staying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying.
You think the Glazers said that?
Hey.
So you think the Glazers overrid Ineos and the manager and said we're keeping Bruno?
The Glazers, certain members of the board, absolutely. But
cool.
To say,
so maybe so, Eddie.
Just Ineos. To say it's just Ineos out here saying we love.
Yeah, but Eddie. So what I'm saying is that's still incompetence at the end of the day.
No.
So my point. How is it not? Whoever it is, bro.
If that's the case, then you're just compliant. Then so you're still a part of the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's say hypothetically what Eddie's saying is true. So Eddie, let's say that what you're saying is true, and Ineos wanted to get rid of him, and the Glazers said, now we're keeping him. All right, you're a part of the problem then.
We've been saying that's a problem.
You're part of the problem.
We've been saying it's a problem.
I get what Eddie's saying. He's like, you can't really say that Ineos is incompetent in that scenario because it's a higher power that's making that decision. But that's the thing. I don't think it's a higher thing.
I disagree with that part of it.
I think it's
here's the thing. I disagree with that part of it.
All the player profiles they picked out, you can see everything and still think they don't have a firm grasp on what this team
because they've still
they've hit on almost every transfer. They've hit on we sit here and ask, they've hit on every transfer. They've hit on every selling point.
Yes.
But miraculously, when it comes to just one player, they lose all the rationale that got them to get all these good signings.
Because the reason why I say that, because as good as they've done in the transfer window, I know. As much as they've done well in the transfer window, they haven't done everything in this window that needs to be acquired. We haven't
It's
signed
too
him.
convenient for me, man. I'm not
No,
gonna
we
lie.
haven't.
it's
No,
also-
no, no.
it's
You do
also-
that.
I can't get
I'll
that.
explain why
I
it's not
can't
just
get
the
that.
convenient thing because they haven't went and addressed that area because they don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
They
Incompetence.
don't think as much as they've done what you can do well in an aspect, but still fall short in said aspect. You can do they do well at transfers, yes, but have we bought enough players? No. This is why you and us
But
four
we're
here and
talking about the transfer and selling of a player which we've given them credit for.
yes, and they've done well in most aspects, but you can still get things wrong.
To your point on Ten Hag, right? To your point on Ten Hag, they've shown you they can get rid of players that do not fit what we need.
Yes.
High earners. A high earner like Rashford.
Yes.
Making that much money. They've shown you they can get rid
has
of
cachet.
things.
I would say he has equal cachet to Bruno, by the way.
I was just gonna say that. Who's
You
bigger?
think
Who's
so?
been bigger at the club so far? Is it been Rashford or is it
because you know how I know this, Eddie?
no.
Because you know how I know this, Eddie? Because not you, but people, and you would have seen people say this. Oh, it's in Rashford's contract that he has to play. There's a reason he's still here. Right? We heard that for years. Even though that's nonsense, and I don't agree with that. I think he has equal cachet to Bruno, yes. Yes. In terms of profile,
has Bruno done anything to the sort of because we've seen what makes them really act somebody. When you go to the media is when they decide you're untenable here.
Yeah.
Has Bruno ever gone to the media and said anything about anything?
One time after the Europa League final.
To the level of Rashford.
Not to the level of Rashford, no, but still to a certain level.
So we're seeing a pattern here there.
I don't see it. Like I said,
I'm so baffled, bro.
If previous action, right, is a forecast of what you're gonna do in the future, right? In one breath, we give them credit for all the previous action, and we trust their previous action. And another one, respectively so.
Correct.
Their previous actions
because they still get things wrong. Eddie, I think
both things are right, bro.
I think Manchester United are only signing a goalkeeper for two reasons. One, Onana got injured early, and two, both goalkeepers made multiple mistakes in these first 4 games. Yeah. It's the only reason why we're signing a goalkeeper.
The chat's been around the talk.
That's the only reason we are.
So what you're saying, Flawless, is it's emotional decisions.
Not emotional, knee-jerk reaction decisions.
No, but I also tell you this. I said this to you at the start of the show.
Not being proactive.
Yeah, you're not thinking. You're not thinking properly. You're just acting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That they can see the attack is not right and address it. Credit to them. Why can't you do the same with the midfield and the goalkeeper? Because you don't think the midfield and goalkeeper is that much of an issue.
I don't know why.
So it's not just Bruno. Onana should not still. Wait, let me land on this. Onana shouldn't still be here. Bayende should not still be here. That's two more players off rip. Sancho should not still be here. That's 4. That's 4 players off rip that should not be here. So it's not just a single out or just the Bruno situation. You, as well as you've done in the transfer window, you've made bad decisions when it comes to
Sancho's not going to
Aston Villa? Sancho's gone.
No, yeah. Is he gone? Here we go.
He's gone to Villa. Yeah, he's gone to Villa.
Official, here we go.
Yeah.
But we watched it, and that supposedly hindered us getting Emi Martinez. So your bad decision has cost us potentially a better goalkeeper. Obviously, I don't know about Lammens, so I can't comment. But the point is, we've watched them make mistakes. And what Sancho won is it a loan deal?
Your loan deal. Yeah. Loan deal.
No, what is it? Option to buy, obligation to buy?
I'll tell you right now. One second.
Please tell me.
I saw it.
I don't think there's an obligation.
So about 80% of his wages are being covered.
Yes.
And then with certain things being met through performance, 100% of his wages.
He did the Russian thing. And has he got a year left on his deal?
So
we lose him on the free.
I think so. Go on a free.
So that's
so they just want to get rid of it. They don't even care, man. Just load him and then he goes anyway. Good.
Because after this one, he has 1 more year. So knowing him, knowing how they get down
for 12 months. Yeah, we got option.
Knowing him and knowing how he's, because I think Sancho's just over it. I think he's just over kind of being everybody's punching bags. This is where he's gonna put his foot down, especially with the wages he's on currently. He's just gonna run out that contract unless he gets the deal that he wants, and he'll be okay.
So we
Yeah,
got.
fund that guy.
I think we extend it. I think we do this. We trigger the extension and try to sell him next summer.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna want his money. He's gonna want his money for sure. What I think that happen is he's gonna extend it, keep his wages as is, hopefully get another move. If not, he'll just run it out and become a free agent.
Anyway, Eddie. So what we were just debating a moment ago, I was kind of confused exactly what we were debating. But regardless of all of that,
This is what I'm saying.
no. Regardless of all of that, yeah, the overarching point is their decisions that they've made that are not right, and their decisions that have been right. Right? But we don't know. We're assuming a few things as to why they decided this and that and whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're a serious club, you sell Bruno. Like, whatever club it is. If you're a serious club, you sack Amorim. Like, these decisions, we're overcomplicating them. Like, serious clubs do serious things, and that's the end of.
They're two key ones. That's the problem. They're two massive decisions.
Exactly. So that's it.
Massively.
They should have done it, and they never. And that's it. Like,
we have a board. We have a board. We still have an ownership group that's involved to some extent. Something is tipping the scales.
Yeah, but my point is, we don't know what it is, but it's regardless of that, it doesn't matter. You still make the decision that needs to be made. Like, it don't matter.
Even if we would have kept Bruno, Eddie, and sacked the manager, I'd be on their case less.
I'd also get it if it was
we could have sacked the manager, rejected the money for Bruno. I go, all right, I wanted Bruno gone. It's an awful decision to keep him, but you got it right in terms of the managers. They take too long and still come to the wrong conclusion. This manager's still going to be here.
Yeah, because I said it. They're going to regret it. Watch, Bruno's going to stink out the place this season, and then they're going to be like, we should have sold him.
I hear the business side of it.
Are you talking about Bruno? I'm talking about
Amorim. Yeah, both, bro. They're going to regret both decisions.
Yeah, both of them. I hear the business side of Bruno.
He's the biggest, before you go, Sheik, he's the biggest issue. He's the biggest problem at the team.
One of the biggest.
He's the biggest problem at the team, 100%.
Yeah.
Go on.
The fact that he's captain, all that. Like, I 100% hear what Eddie's saying. The business side of things, we've been constrained with in terms of financials this summer because of just all the money that we've lost with the poor league form last year and all that type of stuff, and wages for certain players. Cool. And do I think they've done a very good job in terms of some of the deals that we've come through? Yes, because I keep saying this all the time. After the Europa League final, if you told me we'd have Cunha and Mbeumo for the price that we got them, I probably would have laughed at you because I didn't think that was going to be a possibility. If you had told me that we'd get rid of Garnacho, Højlund, I'm not going to lie, I thought some of them would stay. I thought this manager would do a U-turn on some of them and just be like, you know what, I still see some of them starting and I still seeing some of them stay. I've seen the club show ruthlessness towards some of those players being banned from training, not showing up. Someone like a Rashford too, who I think, in my opinion, was a higher figure than Bruno Fernandes at this club. He's from Manchester, the whole, feeding the kids thing, all that type, MBE, all those type of things. Just put him at, in terms of like a level and culture and a figure at the club, I think he was higher than Bruno. But we showed ruthlessness towards him. And we told the moment Ruben came in, he had a couple of games with Rashford, said after that, you're banished. Never saw him again in training. Never saw him training with the first team. Even when he came back right now, never saw him training with the first team. I just think when it came to this situation, if it was a financial thing, selling Bruno for 100 million isn't a bad financial decision. If anything, that's a really good financial decision. Because I don't think any team will get 100 million for a 30-plus-year-old midfielder like him, whoever we have out there, right? So in terms of that, I just think that in certain situations, they've had the power and the control in certain situations, but in other situations like Bruno, because they probably consider him as a high figure in the club, where he's done all these different things in the club in the past years. He's been respectful. He's been the captain of the club. They kind of were like, you know what, instead of us trying to make this decision, let's go ask him what he wants, because I think he's done enough at this club in the past couple of years so far for him to warrant a decision for himself. And I think that's where it went wrong. Is that after where we finished 15th, we didn't have to allow these same players who made us finish 15th a decision to make. We needed to be cutthroat. And they were cutthroat when it came to some players, but they weren't cutthroat when it came to him. And that's the issue.
That's what I'm saying.
The issue that I had was they asked Ruben what he wanted to do with Bruno. But when they asked Ruben what he wanted to do with Rashford and all of that, they got rid of him right away. And they were like, you know what, cool. And then even when Ruben came out and said, Garnacho, he's being utilized, and then all of a sudden those comments were made after the Europa League. The moment Ruben said, I don't want him, decision was made. But in those type of situations, when a bid is coming in and you're hearing that a bid is coming in for 100 million, you've got to think about your club. You've got to always think about your club first. And I think they thought about him and the player before they thought about the actual club itself. Because 100 million, all of us can sit here and agree, was life-changing money for us, for us as a club. I don't think currently, is there anyone in this club right now who we could sell for over 100 million currently? Because I don't even think Ahmad goes for over 100 million.
Maybe. The only one I can think of maybe is Euro. That's it.
Maybe Euro. Euro.
That's more so because of what he's done. Obviously, he's done well here for the most part.
His potential and all that type of stuff is young. So that's not even a concrete answer yes, where we could be like, okay, Euro will for sure cost 100 million. But we had a club who's they're ready to pay 100 million for a player who's, I think, way past his time. He's 30 plus years old. And we allowed that decision to go into the hands of the player himself. And I think
that's a big decision.
You're not wrong, what you're saying is correct, is because they view him at such a high level at this club where they went up to him and they said, yo, what do you want to do? Because you've done, according to us, you've done all these.
And in that scenario, that's incompetent. But that's a magnitude that is equivalent to like 5 big problems, bro. That one thing is a major problem because remember, what was our main issue going into the shit? The midfield. Every team is outrunning our midfield and doing madness.
The thing that I hated after that was the fact that we would hear that we had no money when we just rejected 100 million for a player. That's the thing that would piss me off a lot too. How is it that we're hearing?
This is what I'm saying. They kept him to make it seem like they still had money by keeping him, and you can still adjust the midfield, and they still never done it. So then which one is it? Like, you could have sold him, got the money and adjust the midfield, but you decided to keep him. In other words, saying you're going to keep him and you still got money to address the midfield, but you never done it.
I think that's crazy to me. Good things in terms of transfer windows, like 50% selling clause on Antony is very good. The fact
I'm telling you now, our midfield is such a huge problem. It's going to cost us this whole season, bro. Even though we got a keeper in, our midfield is going to cost us games, bro. Trust me. Everyone knows this, really.
It's like this. It's like saying, let's say we signed, hypothetically, and I'll actually speak for myself before I ask you guys. If we start off this summer transfer window with none of the signings that we made, right? But then all of a sudden our first signing is like Mbappe. Let's say our first signing is Mbappe. And then we sign, let's say our signing is Mbappe. We get, maybe we don't get a midfielder, we don't get a goalkeeper, we get Cunha, we get Mbeumo, we get Mbappe, and let's say we get the goalkeeper, but we still don't address the midfield. I'm sorry,
it's a problem.
Even though we have signed Mbappe, which I think
it don't matter.
Very, very good, I'm still going to criticize them.
Do you know why it don't matter, Sheik, as well? Do you know why it don't matter? Because we got this manager, bro, that can't utilize our midfield that we already have. That's the problem. If we didn't have this manager, then I would have hope that we could work with the midfield. But because we do have this manager, look what he's doing with Mino, bro. There's no hope, man.
I have no hope in this manager and this system, 100%.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's a big problem, man.
The thing for me, though, with Ineos is that, yes, they have addressed certain situations, which I'm happy with, and the deals that they've done, I'm happy with. But there are some, in context...
But like you said about the dessert in the restaurant, or whatever you said, we haven't done the main thing.
Exactly. I've spent $100 on food, and I ate some great dishes, great appetizers, great main course, dessert, but I still somehow left the restaurant feeling hungry, and that's still like a problem. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just kind of like, I hear the whole thing that we've had financial constraints, and we've seen some of those financial constraints in terms of how long it took for us to get Mbeumo over the line, how long it took for us to get certain players gone. Like we got rid of 2 players that we were linked to get rid of pretty much all summer in the last 4 to 5 days of this transfer window, which was Garnacho and Sancho. And both of them are now obviously gone. Antony, too. We hadn't heard about Antony nothing up until today when the Betis deal pretty much had got done. Matter of fact, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, we heard that Betis had withdrawn their offer because we couldn't, they couldn't match whatever we were asking for or whatever. But now they've got the deal done. And in terms of that, we were told we can't sell players, this and that. They've done that. And they've actually proved me wrong too, because I thought it was going to be difficult getting some of them gone. And I thought some of them would stay, but they've done that. But still, the problem is that all of us can say here and agree that our midfield is still a big, big issue. None of us are confident with that.
Bro, it's a continuation from last season. And the season started and 2 games have gone and our midfield has been shit every game.
Not only is our midfield an issue, so we need a midfielder, but then on top of that, a player currently at this club who none of us rate, our captain, was offered 100 million, which we rejected. So that's problem number 2. Not only did we want to get a midfielder in, but we rejected 100 million for someone that we don't want at this club anyways. That's problem number 2, and it's a big problem because that's caused, like, just look at our window right now. We haven't signed a midfielder because we kept Bruno. Low-key, this is what it's telling me.
So you're telling me we had a problem last year and they didn't address it this whole window, and it's still
exactly. And the season already started. They still haven't addressed it, and they can if they want to. Like.
But then our manager in between Flawless, didn't he say we needed a progressive midfielder?
Yes. Time ago.
Pace and physicality all across the pitch, in particular in the middle of the park. He also played too many passes blindly. He said this was after the first game.
But then he starts. But then he plays Bruno.
That's crazy.
By the way, Flawless, doesn't Bruno lack physicality and pace?
Amorim don't even rate himself, man.
No, but also Flawless, doesn't Bruno spam the passes way too much?
Nah, man.
Also, doesn't he sometimes fail to control?
No, he's a perfect specimen
because he
holds the ball.
So you're telling me all the things that the manager says we lack is he's persisting with the bullshit. Bruno Fernandes. All the things that we lack
so ruthless with Rashford and Garnacho. I wish he did the same with more.
Exactly. The man
That's
just
what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying is that I just don't see why. Maybe
favoritism, man.
Maybe this is the Portuguese
favoritism.
Maybe this is the Portuguese trifecta because I've seen how he
still too. Nah, it's not. Don't give him a gouge. People give him a gouge or free card with that.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to give him I don't want to do that.
Shaw's English, Maguire's English, Onana's Cameroonian. Yeah. All right, what are we doing out here? Hello, what's up?
But yeah, I'm
you got to the least, bro. Uncle Flawless. I want some cookies, please. But anyway, look, at the end of the day,
with all the things that I said so far too, I gotta just leave real quick, so I'm just gonna give my rating on the window. I gave last year's window a 5 out of 10, and I think I was right, to be honest, because I gave.
Is it a 5 this time?
It's not a 5. I'd give it a
7.
I give it a 5.5.
Oh shit!
Give it a 5.
I hear it.
Actually, I'll give it a 6. I'd give it a 6. 5.5 is.
Yeah, I give it a 6.
I give it a 6. I'd give it a 6 because I do like some of the deals that they've done. I do very much like Cunha and Mbeumo, and I do want to say this. I'm very pissed that Cunha's got injured, but Cunha in our front 3, and call me shameless, whatever. I don't care. But he's actually.
What's the seriousness of his injury?
My life. After watching 2 years of Garnacho, I will say this though: there was a clip of him leaving the stadium. He wasn't limping or anything. Neither did he have anything on. So
hopefully he's all right.
He looked all right. He was walking normally and he was walking fine. And there was a clip of him and I seen that. So that obviously, hopefully, is a positive for us. But yeah, I do want to say just before I leave is that Cunha, the Cunha deals and Mbeumo deals, I am very happy with because in our attack, I can see there are clear improvements, and that makes me even more mad with this goalkeeping situation because you can tell that when you put these 2 quality attackers in our front 3, we see massive improvements.
Yeah, but bro, our team is a donut. Our team is a donut.
Dan, had you just gone out there and signed a midfielder, maybe we would see improvements in our midfield too. Had you just done that, because we can see that in our attack, and I'm looking to see that from our goalkeeper too. Whether Lammens works out or not, I don't know, and it's still an unknown because he is a very unknown player. But let's say if he starts coming in and he hits the ground running and he actually does string in a couple of good performances where he has a match-winning save or something like that, then I'll look at them and be like, okay, you address the goalkeeping situation. I've seen an improvement. makes me even more mad that you didn't address the midfielding position, because that could have been an improvement as well, and we would have been better in that department. So if you've seen that Cunha and Mbeumo have both clearly added massive improvement to our attack, not so much right now in terms of goals and assists, but they will come, because I can see that they are already trying to do things in our attack. Cunha, by the way, has done 100 times better of anything that Garnacho's done at our club so far. I don't care about that stupid bicycle kick. I don't give a fuck. I really, really don't. But anything else that I've seen from Garnacho do in a starting 11, or like when he's played for us in a team on that left-hand side, bro, he's not done anything that Cunha has done for us so far. Cunha is miles better than him. Cunha has changed my life on that left-hand side.
Cunha and Mbeumo in one game has done more.
Bro, they have, bro. They really, really have. They really, really have. One, I'm not used to seeing the side net like ripple, because Cunha doesn't do that. He actually, like, if it leads to a save, it leads to a save, whatever. I don't see him running to the byline and it goes out for a goal kick. I actually see that sometimes he gets a corner off of that. So there's already clear, massive improvements. The striker, we still have to see more from it. But right now he is looking a little bit Rasmus Højlundy, but it is whatever. But we have to still see more from it. But I've seen clear improvement. So I'm just like, yo, if you went out there and just signed a midfielder, it could be anyone, and you would probably see improvements at that midfield. But no, you were too stubborn and hell-bent on the
Bro, I'm not being funny. The midfield is the missing piece of the puzzle. Like I said, we got a donut right now. We've addressed the goalkeeper and attack, but the hole is still in the middle. So how are you going to feed the attackers, bro? Like we're gonna have to do madness, like, in order to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? So this is my point.
You know what we're going to do, Dan. And our manager tells us this all the time. We're going to suffer.
Yeah,
we're going to suffer.
Fuck all that.
We're going to suffer. But yeah,
why?
I gotta
hey, Sheik, before you go, top 8, man. Obviously, it's the 1st of September. People, window closing. Was your current top 8, man?
Top 8. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I said top 8.
You know, this is a good question.
Yeah, man, top 8.
Same to you, Dan. Okay, Liverpool number 1. Liverpool number 1. Manchester City number 2. Chelsea number 3. Arsenal 4th.
Okay.
5th, I'll go Newcastle.
Okay. Newcastle. Way back. Newcastle. Go on, Sheik.
5th.
You got it, mate.
5th, I'll go, Newcastle. 6th, I'll go.
If you got a wild card.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I'll go Spurs 6th.
Okay.
I'll go this is so tough.
Okay.
It's gonna be a surprise, bro.
It is tough still. I hear you, because the teams are looking like
the teams aren't looking good. Like a lot of the teams who were in the top 8 last season are not looking like they're going to be in the top 8 this year. So okay, so I'll go. I'll do this quick just to complete it real quick. 5th, Newcastle. 6th, Tottenham. 7th, I'll go Brighton.
Aston Villa.
And then 8th, fuck it. 8th, I'll go.
What's up?
8th, I'll go Manchester United. Okay, it is what it is.
You going United, Joe?
Jeez.
United, yeah. That's just because I'm a fan of the club, and that's it.
That's that. So Liverpool 1st, Manchester City 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Newcastle 5th, Spurs 6th, Brighton 7th, and Manchester United 8th.
Yeah, that's what I'll go with.
All right, cool. Dan, what you saying?
Yeah, big up. I gotta head out though.
It's like similar, man.
Big up, Eddie. Big up, Dan.
Cool, mate.
Yeah, every time, she.
Latest.
Don't forget the pen on the footy.
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, you see, like, this transfer window would have been a lot better, and it should have been, and it could have been, and there was no reason for it not to midfield not to be addressed. I mean, it's not too late. I mean, it is too late, but you know, they might be able to surprise. What we can still loan? Can we still loan players from when the transfer window closes?
It depends on the league, I think.
Yeah, depends on the league.
I don't know.
I can see them maybe trying to do that, but that'll just be some bullshit anyway. But I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like this it's disappointing, man. It started off well, the transfer window, and we got our hopes up and shit, but they kind of disappointed us, man. Because that for me personally, that midfield is gonna cost us. I know the keeper would have costed us if we kept Onana, but we still needed to address everything, and we could have. People were like, "Oh, we can't do everything in one go. We can't do everything like in one." Yes, we can, bro, and we were meant to, and we should have, because this is Man United trying to get back to where they need to be. Like we see what Chelsea do, you know what I'm saying? Like we can do it if we want to. Like these are meant to be new owners, and they're meant to be stating their authority and showing the world like what we're on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
So what you saying, man? Top 8, fam.
Fucking hell, man. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Tottenham looking decent. I'll say Chelsea, Tottenham, Dennis and flipping toss up Newcastle. And then I don't know, man. I don't know who I'll go for, man. United, then I don't know after
United
that.
7th. You going United 7th?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I don't know who I'm gonna put in 8th, man. It's a toss up, man. Could be anyone.
It's extremely tough. For real.
There might be a surprise, isn't it? Like obviously the start of the season, so we never know how. You know, football's a crazy game, man. Ups and downs, man. Like the teams that started off well now might fall off. You never know, man. Just one of them, innit? What are you saying?
What are you saying, 8th?
Oh, you still want the 8th? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Aston Villa, blood. Aston Villa. Aston Villa, fam.
Saying Villa. Cool. Nah, it's tough. Trust me. It's very tough. What are you saying, Eddie?
One, fuck them dudes.
Voldemort and that. Can't mention them, man.
Yeah. 2, fuck them dudes too.
Fuck all of them, bro.
Is it F them dudes in red or the ones in blue, like 1 and 2?
Red,
Yeah, we know.
red and light blue. Red and light blue.
I'm literally gonna write it down like that, you know.
3, fuck them dudes in dark blue. 4.
What dark blue? What you put in Chelsea third?
Yeah.
Okay, not Arsenal, no.
Nah. 4th, fuck them dudes in red.
Man, so it's Chelsea before Arsenal. Yeah?
London, right. They're in North London and they wear red. 5th, shout out to Green Goblin.
Guys, you got Spurs fans.
6th, shout out to the biggest pussies in the Prem who wear black and white. Yeah, I said it, Steve. Y'all some pussies.
It's not Fulham. Not talking about
It's
Fulham.
not Fulham. It's not Fulham either. 7 us.
Okay.
8th, Crystal Palace.
Yes.
Now, Eddie, if we address the midfield, where are you putting Man United?
Because of the manager.
That's 6. A smart answer.
6. Because it'll be too big to fail. Because here's the thing, right? This is how he fucks people up. The manager will show you flashes of his system working. And so people get hyped off of that and say, give him a chance. But what they fail to understand that the hallmark of a professional is consistency. at the highest level. So in games we'll look like we'll belong, but then there'll be 30 minutes where we don't look like where we belong. So that's why he's the biggest wild card in all of this.
Mate,
like,
every game we play good for 10, 15 minutes, and then
because
it's
in the Burnley
shit.
game, there was definitely moments where we played like shit, but we should have been like 3-0 up.
Yeah, we should have been clear, 100%.
But there was like that moment to where we show the bad side of his system, and it's 2-2. Feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I'm at with them. It's just like it varies too much. Like either really good or really shit in the matter of minutes. So I can't give too much credit. But yeah, so that's my top 8. And I'd say the window, because them punk motherfuckers in red.
Punk ass motherfuckers
in red spent 130 million on Isak, and we spent that much money on 2 players who I believe are actually on his level. I'll go 6.5.
6.5.
6.5. I won't get crazy. I'll say this though, and I really need help. I wish they'd come out and explain it. The midfield should have been bought before Sesko.
You've been adamant. You've said this from the jump, to be honest. You've been adamant about it.
That it's because it's like this, bro.
Shame,
like,
yeah.
It's easy. It's real simple for me. Who's about to help us? Who's about to help us right now? Sesko has all the capabilities, and he showed flashes of like being a useful striker in the Prem, because athletically his floor is higher than a lot of people there. But he's just not in a situation that's suitable for success. Like if he went to Liverpool, it'd make more sense to me. Because at least at Liverpool, there's an infrastructure attacking wise to where he can find his space. United, we have no attacking structure. Like, how many goals of ours are repeatable, right? Like, how do you see this? You never really see the same patterns when it comes to us attacking. But I will say this: you see how a guy who actually knows how to score goals can read the game. Rasmus Højlund, if Dalot plays that pass into Rasmus Højlund, tries to play that pass into Rasmus Højlund, Rasmus is still running into the net. He doesn't relocate himself for an easier pass for Dalot, and that's what makes Mbeumo go so dope, because you see Mbeumo's movement, positioning before the goal even happens. Rasmus was legit just kick the pole and blame somebody else.
It's the IQ in it, man. I don't have no IQ.
Back in 2 minutes, you might hold it down, yeah? Bless.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So that's been like the dope thing to see about the attacking threats.
Yeah, but Eddie, you're saying no structure in the attack, but more importantly, there's nothing. The midfield, man. The midfield, bro. That's where it all stems from, man. That's the core, man. The attack can't thrive without the midfield and the progressive. Like I'm talking about the progressive guy that he needs and the ball carrier, whatever, all that shit. Yeah, but it's like you haven't got that, so now you can't implement your system properly, and you're gonna use that excuse now, even though you should be able to adapt and switch it up like we've all wanted. We wanted to change this shit, switch up the formation and stuff. Then you can utilize the players you have. But that's why I said I don't have faith going into this now when the window closes and we haven't got a midfielder. It's gonna cost Amorim his job, bro, this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna cost everything. So what, we got a keeper, but it don't matter. Like it's gonna help us definitely, but you needed to address the midfield. Like you needed to. It's not a question of, oh, we might not need to. Like you needed to, in order to have some kind of level of success this season. Like you needed to do that. For me personally, if we had a better manager and coach, then I would have more faith that we could do something with this team. But without that midfielder, That midfield
Yeah, see,
general that we needed.
our problems are our defensive structure for one, because that leads to our midfield looking as bad as it does.
Yeah.
In addition, like our midfield leaves so much.
Yeah, but Eddie, he can help himself. This manager can help himself,
Oh no,
but
he
he's too
can.
stubborn. He's too stubborn to change it up. So bullshit,
But you
man.
know what else it is? He just doesn't have the
Cojones, mate.
versatility.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have the creativity in that respect.
And what's that bullshit he said? Didn't he say some bullshit about like they need to get used to this system first before I change it or some shit? It's like
doesn't
what?
make sense.
Bro, that's just the craziest shit I've ever heard.
It doesn't.
If the shit don't work, why are you gonna get players to get used to the shit that doesn't work? What the hell?
It's foolishness. It like
this is what I'm saying. This guy's out of his depth, man. He thinks it's the Portuguese league, bro. This is the Premier League, man. You have to be able to adapt. That's why it will only end one way, man. This guy is already finished before he's even started. And it's all on him, man. It's all on him.
Yeah.
Too many red flags, man. And I feel pissed off because he has not helped himself. I want to be wrong about this guy. I want to be wrong about Amorim. But the real people can see through this bullshit. Like, we understand that it's not sustainable how this guy is moving, what he's doing with his team. Like, yeah, we have to just move on and learn from this mistake, man. The Premier League is a whole different kettle of fish, man. And I think the way Amorim's moved has proved that even further, man. Like
you can look back at all of our shortcomings in these past couple of years and honestly put it on the sledge of the manager. Because you notice, right? Liverpool gets their fuck no, I'm sorry. So fuck them dudes in red. The dudes in red get their manager right, and they don't say nothing about no FSG. I ain't heard one thing about FSG since Arne Slot pulled through the door. They ain't said everything about everybody else, but FSG, nothing to say. Now, the Kobe situation is so funny to me because the it's clear as day that he's our best midfielder. Yeah. It's not even close. Like, from everything that Kobe can do, he's our best midfielder.
Yeah, but I mean, technically and ability wise, yes.
Yeah. It's just, you know what it is? You know how it goes. You personal train, right? Or do you a little bit, right? Yeah. So you know what it is when you get somebody who's just naturally strong versus somebody who you have to build up the strength. Like, when somebody's just naturally strong, you feel like from the onset, you feel like you can do more. But somebody who you have to build up the strength, like the strength, what's the word I'm looking for? Like their baseline for what their strength is, that takes a little bit more time as well. Like, so with Kobe, I see a natural gait to play the game of football. A lot of other midfielders, it looks forced, but with him, not so much.
Yes. I agree.
I think with him, the best thing we can do, because I'm telling you this right now,
you have to nurture and deal with him properly, man.
Yeah, we have one more time. To fuck up this manager thing, because if we fuck it up again, mark my words, not only will we lose Kobe Minu, we'll lose Lenny Euro.
And Xerxes.
But Eddie, you know what annoys me so much in regards to the managerial side of things? If they get it right, we'd be fine.
Yeah.
That's what annoys me so much in regards to, because they've got the buying of players correct. I think this is a top 5, top 6 squad.
Yeah.
So if you continue to invest in it, it could be a top 4, top 3, top 2.
But personally, for me, they should have cut their losses, man, and sacked this guy, man.
You gotta get the right. You gotta get
You gotta get the right guy in.
And that's what, and that is something that is extremely tough.
It's the one thing we have again that's holding us back, other than a particular midfielder, that coach. And it's so crazy. You look at two places that have pretty much the most influence on a game, being the two places where we're lacking the most.
That's crazy, that yo.
Because the midfield, like I can't remember the last guy who could thread a pass from the back line to the attacking forwards.
A progressive passer. Yeah, we
I can't.
We blacked it in a minute, yo. We have.
I can't remember the last one. Like literally, Matic, but he was good for that. Like what his legs were cooked.
Yeah,
so
Matic is probably the last one who had some form of progressive passing. It's probably Matic.
And who was before that, bro? Flipping Carrick.
Yeah, then it was Carrick before that.
But then you know who we give credit to now, and it's not even his position, is Martinez.
Yeah, because Martinez was and even after he came back from the injury, he weren't the same. Like,
he was the same, right? So
hopefully he comes back from this injury and he's all right.
Because I don't even know where he plays.
He's been out for time, isn't it?
Because I'm looking at how Managerial performed last performance. That's our starting right center back.
Yeah.
Send Euro back to the left.
I'm saying, Eddie, Euro, Maz, and De Ligt as a back three is a very good back three.
Very good. Very good.
But
so guess what, fellas? You can improve the midfield if you just change the formation. Yeah. You can improve the midfield, bro. And then you can save a centre back as well.
You know what's crazy? Rude made Casemiro, Agate, and Bruno work. And he did, and he had Sancho and Rashford and Højlund and all these terrible players.
It's just basic, bro. Amorim's doing too much. He's overcomplicating shit for no reason. This is why I don't rate him, man. What's he doing?
It's real simple. Like it's just it's Copa America.
Fucking idiot, man. He deserves to be sacked, bro.
Especially when you look at when we're doing the top 8 just then, how everyone's like outside of the top 4.
Yeah, Man United.
Villa ain't been at it. Newcastle ain't been at it. Forest just got battered by West Ham. Brighton will be there or thereabouts. You got the likes of Bournemouth, you got Fulham, etc. Obviously, Brentford are weaker on paper as well, but we move. But yo, Dan, shout out your channel. Let them know what you got coming up on your gram and all that type of stuff, man. Where they can find you.
Oh yeah, big up, man. I'm looking to drop more of the comedy shit on my comedy page.
Let's go.
And silly, man. I'm gonna do more voiceovers and shit as well.
Yo,
so stay tuned.
You need that Riley versus Freezer one, man. You need to make that happen. That'd be hilarious, man.
Nah, don't get twisted. You be giving me ideas and shit. Yeah, I'm saying.
Yo, Instagram, you see that? It was a picture and it was cut and it was Riley and Freezer, and someone was like, these two roasting each other would be hilarious. And I posted.
But also,
yeah, I'm there for it.
Yeah,
do it, man.
Yeah, nah.
Please, yo, I need that, man.
No, I'm gonna definitely be here doing more voiceovers and shit. Like, cause that's one of my strengths, man. Like, I can do the voices and that. But yeah, if you guys got any ideas, like, let me know, man. Like, so I could maybe incorporate.
100%.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm gonna get some inspiration. Probably watch Boondocks again, man, and just like revisit that and just. Because I can do the voice. I should be in Boondocks, bro. Like I tried to send some shit to like the directors and the writers before, innit? Like I sent some shit to them. Obviously, I never got a reply, but you gotta try, innit?
You gotta try for sure.
You gotta fucking try, bro.
As soon as you do it,
you would kill in some animation, like adult animation.
Yeah,
animation. You would be
Yeah, that's why. Because when you do it, I'm gonna repost on all my socials and then like, man, will watch it on here as well. I'm telling you, man. Like, I need that Riley Freeman versus Freezer, yo. Because even the jokes that people was writing in the comments was hilarious, yo. Them two going back and forth and that.
Let me not forget. Sorry to cut you off. I forgot to speak on this. Flawless.
Yeah.
We sat here a week ago, and I told a certain football club talk soon.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern Leverkusen, you're not facing Grimsby, but
this is what I'm trying to say, though, man.
Absolute bums, you bums.
This is what I'm saying, man.
We told you
that egghead, bro.
Leverkusen were talking a lot. I forgot about that, Eddie. Actually, I forgot that they tweeted that out and then sacked the manager.
They was
Yeah.
talking the most.
Crazy.
Was talking the most. Now look at you. No man.
But what does this tell you, though, Eddie? At the same time, look, they sacked Ten Hag after 2 games, bro, because they saw it weren't working and they were like, "Bun this guy."
I hear
the
you.
game was
I
really
hear
bad.
you. I
I heard
love
the
it
game was
though.
really
I
bad,
love
yeah.
it because it was Ten Hag.
And that's
But
Leverkusen.
man.
We're Man United.
Oh yeah, no. We understand that. We understand that for sure.
That
But
makes
I'm just
sense,
like
man.
the euphoria of understanding that
Oi,
he thought he was
firstly,
that guy.
you
He
can't be
thought he
saying
was finna
euphoria,
go
yeah.
there.
That's a powerful word right now. Euphoria, you know. After
Hey man,
Kendrick destroyed
listen.
Drake with that tune. Oh my
You
god. That's my
listen.
favorite diss tune track
You
in
gotta
life.
put it there, bro. You gotta like the euphoria of it all. They was tweeting at us. They was tweeting at us, man.
Yeah.
Now
Bro,
it's
even
like,
Grimsby in that, innit? Grimsby was moving crazy as well.
Rovers was like, all right, how smart are you?
man. But yeah, shout out to that Ten Hag pack. Yeah, it's a
By
bank
the way,
holiday,
man,
so be going for it,
I
man.
might start doing some live streams as well on that. So
Yeah.
if you guys are gonna be interested in that, let me know in the comments, man. If you want me to do some live streams. It'll be a slightly different me when I'm hosting and that as well. It'll be crazy. Like I can't be as crazy on sarcasm or flawlessness thing, man. So when I host my thing.
All the time, man. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's calm.
I don't know, man. Sometimes on edge, like, cause sometimes like flawless, man, you be looking mad serious. Like, I don't know how far I could go. Sometimes, like, you be like, oh, like when I joined this stream, yeah. When I joined this stream, I was in the background, yeah, in the stands, yeah, in the crowd and that. I just joined and I'm just seeing you fuming, bro. Like,
Yo, because
steam
someone,
coming out your head.
yeah, it is because I'm tired of this notion that you can't address all areas. Or we should do like the midfield is a issue, as is the
Coming
goalkeeper.
like a steam train, bro.
Yeah, facts. Like, go and get all Liverpool
Yeah,
signed
just
however many players. Arsenal signed however many players. City signed up, so we can't sign 5 players in a window. Yeah,
Nah,
no,
facts, bro.
worry,
You
man.
have
This is why
to as well.
I got this banner. So say your piece. That's why I've got this banner here saying all the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm.
Yeah, my thing would be crazy because I won't even put a disclaimer, bro. We'll just be going crazy. I'll probably get banned after one stream.
Guehi's not. Don't say your piece, Dan. No, the Guehi deal is currently on hold because Palace are trying to sign Ego, but I think that's collapsed, so we don't know yet.
Damn.
Slow it down. That's crazy.
So, but I know obviously Paul got the Italian centre back, Leone. So
Liverpool get Guehi, man. That's crazy as well, man. They're looking strong, bro.
Show's over. At least I get to dunk on City and Pep, so that'd be fun. And Arsenal. So that's always
good. Man.
That's
oh my good. God, that Arsenal game. I
didn't see.
I was watching in and out, but then like I was just bored I was cleaning, so I put the game on.
Yeah.
Bro.
Is the transfer window officially closed now?
Is it closed?
Yeah, 7 p.m. So yeah, it's done now. Yeah, 7 p.m.
Fuck it up. No midfielder for Man United, man. I was hoping the last 5 minutes of the window, man, they would say something, man.
Yeah, there's nobody. Brother, I heard Conor Gallagher as an option. I almost threw the phone, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That type of profile though, because he's just Mason Mount, Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
ascended Saiyan Mount, man. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it up.
Yeah, that's like final stage cone drill. That's all that was.
Watch Man United do some panicking in January. Watch.
Nah, bro, but let me tell you this Arsenal shit, right?
Yeah,
there was a point in time where I watched Zubimendi pass to the guy next to him. The guy next to him passed it back to him. Then Zubimendi turned the other way, passed to that guy. The guy passes it back to him. Then it was just for like a moment, like they were just doing that shit, and I'm just watching it. Oh my god! Somewhere, Pep looking at the screen with that one single tear coming down his face. Like this is what I meant when I meant football.
Progressed.
That's what I'm saying. I hate that shit, man. No progression, bro.
No progression. It's the safest shit, bro. And that's why I can see Don C. Don C was like, you can see in his face, like he was like, what the fuck is this?
He was fuming.
And it was like you could see. And then when I listened to TJ, I was like, yeah, they get it. They actually get it because you can't play football that soft, bro. I'm gonna be real.
We've seen Man United do it so much, bro.
No, but here's the thing, right?
Pisses me off.
Here's the thing. We just got no plan. But at least we try to attack.
No, now we are. But I'm saying there was a long time where we were doing that as well. Like
with the Ten Hag, the Ten Hag shit was that too. Yeah. But
Van Gaal was that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Van Gaal.
Van Gaal too. But the thing is, we knew with that way we're not gonna win the title. These guys hop on streams talking about, we should win the title.
Nah, Tony still got his running shoes on, man. He's still running. He got his track shoes on.
Oh yeah.
Eddie, you might have to chat to some of your Kenyan brothers and see if he's training with them, man. You know what I'm saying? You know the marathon runners.
Oh yeah, we'll have him straight. We'll have him straight.
We'll have
him straight, bro.
Yeah, man. Tony got his track shoes on. You know what I'm saying? His track shoes on.
He's running to Mount Kilimanjaro as we speak. I've seen him. They got the live stream. He's just out there running, trying to keep a steady pace. He out there putting one in front of the other, boy.
Anything else you want to add, Eddie, before we close out?
Nah, man. Always love. Let's see. We got 2 weeks without these scrubs, so let's enjoy it. The clock is ticking towards my letter of resignation. So we move, man. We move.
Make sure you run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. We're back live today, 10:30 p.m. UK time, people. There'll be the fan calling show, Talk Your Ish. So be getting top 8 predictions from everyone. Final top 8 predictions, because of course the window is now closed. There may be a Q&A after that, maybe. Might do, but obviously check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube. Make sure you check out the upcoming live stream schedule on the Twitch as well. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, redirect into Big Six Band. So put Sarcasm City TV raid in the chat. I know these are the deals that are still ongoing. So Nicholas Jackson, Lammens, El Javi Elliott, Sancho, Isak, Guehi, Donnarumma, Edison, Hincapi, Kolo Moani, Gundogan.
What Gundogan?
Yeah, Solomon. I even know the rest of these. George, O'Reilly.
Who's going in for Gundogan?
I don't know who's going in for Gundogan. That's news for me. I didn't know that most of these. After Kolo Moani, I know that Spurs. I didn't know the rest of these. I didn't even know. Chilwell to Strasbourg.
Ederson's going where?
Edison, I think it's
Galatasaray or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna fit right in with them fake ass teeth he been wearing. Okay, shout out to him. Shout out to him, man.
Where's Gundo going? Is it Galatasaray or Fenerbahce?
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. He going back to his heritage.
Yeah, he might be going Turkey as well.
Heritage.
All right, people. We are closing out. Edison to Fenerbahce fairs. We're redirecting to Big Six Bands. Don't forget this show, all the other shows on the channel are available on all audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. So big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Salute.